Live from Shotwell Stadium in Abilene, Texas, it is round one of the Division I Class 3A Texas High School Football Playoffs. Tonight's matchup, the high-flying Brock Eagles take on the Indians of Jim Ned in a win-or-go-home battle. We're 20 minutes away from kickoff. I had the opportunity, as I do every week, to sit down with the head coach of the Brock Eagles, Chad Worrell, in this week's Coach's Pregame Show, brought to you by Jerrick's Buick and GMC in Weatherford, Texas.
To 50 this season. Host to
It is
close it out.
playoff time in Texas.
You're listening
Brock
to the Coach's
wraps up a
Pregame
second
Show, brought to you
consecutive
by
district
JPS
championship
Productions.
after
Reed
beating
alongside
Boyd
the head
last
coach
week
of the Brock
68 to
Eagles,
7.
Chad
In
Worrell.
round number one,
Coach
the
Reed
Eagles
capping
traveled
Paradise.
tonight to
You
Shotwell
sent your
Stadium in
seniors out
Abilene,
with a
Texas
win on
to
their
take
final
on the
home
Jim
game,
Ned
but it was
Indians.
some
You're listening to
underclassmen
the
that really
Coach's
made the
Pregame Show,
headlines.
brought to
Hayden
you by
Waller,
JPS Productions.
varsity action
Jake Reed
was really
alongside the head
impressive.
coach of
How
the
did you
Brock
grade
Eagles,
his
Chad Worrell.
Oh, Hayden did a great
Coach,
job
first of all,
coming up.
Congratulations on
Having not been on our varsity this
another
year
district
and
championship.
doing a
I
good
know
job
it's
of getting his
short-lived,
first snaps in it.
to start prep against Jim Ned the next day. Did you celebrate at all?
We did there on the field a little bit after the game, but by the time we got to work the next morning, we were already focused, towards Jim Ned and getting ready for these guys.
Boyd came out of the gate and ran a wrinkle first play that set up an eventual touchdown. Your defense was essentially punched in the mouth, but you answered with 68 unanswered points and a shutout from then on. Can you elaborate on how you felt watching your team keep their composure?
Well, yeah, we talked about it. We kind of felt like that was a possibility that could happen. Last 2 years they've come out early and tried to get a big play, and they did a great job of executing their little trick play on the first play of the game, and even after that, we made a mistake and missed a sack and let them complete a third and long pass down inside the 10, and they did a great job of executing on that first drive. But we talked about it all week, and the kids focused and refocused and played hard the rest of the way, so we were pleased with it.
I've been a part of teams who've gotten into the postseason and changed their practice schedules, using less pads, contact, and conditioning, more of a walk-through field. Do you change anything going into the postseason?
We really don't. Of course, this week's been a little bit different playing a Thursday night game, but so the practice schedule itself's changed a tad bit because of that. But we try not to change much. Of course, we don't do a whole lot of hitting during the week anyway, and probably as much as some other schools do. So, we just kind of keep everything on even keel as possible, and I just believe in the less changes that you make to practices and game schedules and things like that, the better off you are.
You take on a Jim Ned team that finished the regular season 5-5. From what I saw on the offensive side of the ball, they run it well with number 20, the senior Marcus Hayden, and they like to utilize their two big wideouts, number 21, Andrew Peter, and number 8, Shea Easterling, both over 6'5". Do you believe their game plan will change against your defense or keep it the same?
No, they're wide open. They run the Tony Franklin system kind of on the offense where they like to throw the ball. Their quarterback, Will Doty, he's thrown 200 passes on the year, which is averaging 20 a game. But, if you take into account bad weather games and things like that, he probably likes to throw the ball closer to 25, 30 times a game. They've got, like you said, they've got Marcus Hayden in the backfield that's a 1,000-yard rusher this year. He's also, interesting enough, their leading receiver in receptions. So they're getting the ball in his hands a lot of times a game and giving it to him on passes as well as runs. 24 for him as their leading receiver, and he's 6'2", and they've got another couple of backs or receivers that are 6'4", and they've got a lot of length and height out there at the receiver positions. Very athletic. So.
From what I saw on defense, Jim Ned likes to run the three-down linemen on their defensive front, and then they put their ends in a two-point stance. So I guess you could argue it's a 5-2 or a true 3-4. Do you think that will get the same look in your offense?
We expect a 3-4 defense. That's what they've run, and that's what they do. That's what their base is, and pretty much show. They've changed up against a couple of people depending on who they're playing, but they're a 3-4 base, so that's kind of what we're expecting.
They like to move around. Number 6, senior outside linebacker Matthew Fisher. He's all over the field on defense. He's one of their best players due to his speed and quickness. I watched him knife through the line several times against Clyde last week. Will he be a guy you steer away from running towards?
Well, 6 and 9 both. They play, they kind of play the same side, and they're both really good football players. They don't have a lot of size, but they're super quick and they play hard. And then 24 at linebacker on the inside too. The receiver that they've got is definitely some of their better defensive players. And I don't know about running away from them or towards them. We're just we kind of take the attitude that we're going to take what defense gives, and if they're there, then we'll run at them. So.
Lastly, Coach, there's nothing that compares to playing in the postseason in Texas. I know you're all business 100% of the time, but did you get a sense of fulfillment watching your guys get a little giddy like a kid on Christmas morning playing in the postseason?
Oh, it's definitely. I told the kids Sunday night I couldn't go to sleep. I was ready for practice. Just ready to get the playoff week started. And our kids, they understand they've been through this before now, and they understand the excitement that comes with being in the playoffs. They also understand that it's it's one and done. I mean, you don't get any redos here in the playoffs. You have a bad game and somebody sneaks up on you or whatever, and you make some mistakes, that you may have to live with those for the whole off season. So the kids are, it's fun. It's a fun time to be a coach and a player and be in the state playoffs in Texas.
Coach, good luck to you. I always appreciate you speaking to me. You've been listening to the Coach's Pregame Show, brought to you by JPS Productions. Kickoff is next, but first, a word from our sponsors.
Welcome back to the booth at Shotwell Stadium in Abilene, Texas. The Coach's Show was brought to you by Jerry's Buick and GMC. Right now, take advantage of their Black Friday sales with up to 20% off select models through the entire month of November. Visit jerrysbuickgmc.com or call 817-596-5581. You're listening to Brock Eagle Football, brought to you by JPS Productions. Jake Reed alongside the former SMU Mustang Eric Morris. Our statistician on the sideline is Scott Bowman. And the future Texas Tech Red Raider, our engineer, is back with us, Harrison Pritchard. Tonight's game temperature, 55 degrees. The wind is blowing out of the northeast at 5 miles an hour. Keys to the game and lineups are next, but first I'd like to take this time to thank our title sponsor for tonight's playoff game, Lightfoot Mechanical Air Conditioning, Heating, Plumbing, and Spray Foam Insulation. His family owned and operated and has been serving North Texas for more than 30 years. Call 817-596-0309. Lightfoot Mechanical Air Conditioning, Heating, and Plumbing. We're the good guys. Time for my favorite part of the night. I get to introduce my partner in crime, the former fighting SMU Mustang alum, Mr. Eric Morse. Podsy, how you doing tonight?
Doing awesome. Looking forward to it.
Good to have you in the booth. I'm fired up. I'm going to pass it in your direction for tonight's keys to the game. Jim Ned's offense has had success putting up big numbers. They've had a 1,000-yard rusher and senior running back Marcus Hayden. He's also their leading receiver. They've had 2 wideouts that both go 6'5" apiece in number 8, Shea Easterling, and number 21, Andrew Peter. Peter will play more of a tight end role through the game, but still a large body. How will Jim Ned need to utilize their offense against Brock?
Well, this may be the game that we've been waiting for as far as airing it out and throwing the ball against Brock. We've talked about it plenty of times. One of the weaknesses of the Brock defense is the long pass. We saw a few at Venus. We saw a couple of passes that went deep, but there was a trick play last week that Boyd ran, and then there was one other one, I think, early in the season that somebody ran. But nobody really throws on Brock because they don't have the time that they need to run those plays, and Brock works on those plays. They make sure that whatever their defense is, they know what other teams are going to try to run against them. And throughout this season, we've been talking about how is a team going to be able to throw the ball against Brock, and that's what Jim Ned does. They throw 25 times a game. They're going to throw the ball to the big targets. But here is the thing that we've been talking about all year. In order to compete against Brock throwing the ball, it takes 3 things. It takes a quarterback who can throw the ball accurately, on time, and has a strong enough arm to get the ball there. It takes a line that's going to give the quarterback time, and it takes a receiver that can catch the ball. And that's the 3 things that we talk about. And so far, no one's had those 3 things. And I'm a technique, a mechanics, and a footwork kind of guy, and I like to watch these things. And you and I have been watching some film this week on Jim Ned and the quarterback. And when the quarterback play, in order for him to be able to do those things, he has to really concentrate on his footwork, on his drop back passes. He has to have good timing. When he does his drop backs, I notice that he has a pretty good throwing motion for a high school quarterback, but he takes too many steps when he does his drop back. There's two ways to do the drop back pass, or your footwork. One is when you drop back, once you get to that last step, you turn and throw right then. The other one is, and this is what I noticed that Will Dottie does, he drops back, he sets that back foot, and then he takes a little hitch step. Well, when he takes that hitch step, the reason he does it is to add arm strength. Well, when he's trying to add arm strength, that little hitch step that he does, it's taking away time for the receiver. The receiver's already into his cut. He's breaking out to the sidelines, and the ball hasn't left the quarterback's hand yet. The reason that you do the drop back pass or the footwork where you step that last step and you get rid of it right now is because you're throwing it on time. You're getting it out early before he's even in his break. And one of the things I noticed that Dottie does on out routes, on in cuts, is he does that little hitch step, and that causes the DBs to be able to get close to him. And then next on the receivers, Easterling and Peter, Bradshaw, Hayden, the one who's caught the most balls this year, the running back, is those guys have to run precise routes that they work on. They can't try to ad-lib when they're running out there. It's something that the quarterbacks always have to know. If you're going to run a route that we run in practice, do it every single time the same way. And they have to use good footwork. They got to get in and out of the routes. They can't telegraph their routes to the DBs, and they need to use good head turns. One of the things that you see that when you run a deep pass and they're going down there, as soon as they turn their head, the DB is going to turn around too. So if they can wait longer to turn their head, if they can turn their head early when the ball's not there, then they can do that. And the other thing is they're going to have to be able to use their hands when they need to, and they use a third point of contact when they have to, and that's most of the time. The offensive line, there's a couple of types of blocking. There's run blocking, there's pass blocking. On run blocking, we have what they call down blocking and zone blocking. There's the pass blocking right now, the offensive line for Jim Ned is probably not as good as some of the others we've seen. That's an opportunity for Brock to get in there and get after Dottie at quarterback. But those are the kind of things they're going to have to do if they expect to go against this Brock defense and be successful at all. They got to have a quarterback that can throw the ball, a receiver that can catch the ball, and a line that can give the quarterback enough time to develop the play.
As good as their offense looks, Jim Ned's weakness is their defense, and that's good news for Brock. Brock has outscored their opponents in the regular season 583 to 57, which is second in the state behind Cameron Yo in 3A for the biggest margin on points scored to allowed. They averaged 368 yards on the ground as well. With all the weapons Brock has, you and I could write a novel about it. We don't have a lot of time to talk, but give me some examples that what Brock has to do to utilize their offense.
The tough part about Brock is there's not enough footballs to go around. you got a 1,000-yard. Jim Ned likes to talk about their running back that has over 1,000 yards. Well, Brock has two running backs that are over 1,000 yards. Either one of those running backs this year, they would have over 2,000 yards rushing. Now, it's good that a team that gets fourth place in their district has a 1,000-yard rusher. That's good. But we have 2,000-yard rushers. We have a 1,000-yard passing quarterback, and we have a multi-purpose, all-purpose yardage, Cooper Warren, that has almost 900 yards in rushing and receiving combined. So that's 500 yards of offense per game. There's not enough footballs to go around. So I think today they're going to have Tyler Gray and Letty French both in the backfield, and that puts a lot of pressure on defenses. When you send Letty French to the right and you send Tyler Gray to the left, and then you have Cooper Warren coming around, that's going to put a lot of strain and stress on a defense, and they may not even need to throw the ball tonight. Just hand it off to Letty, hand it off. I think Letty's averaging over 10 yards a carry. Tyler's averaging over 12 yards a carry. Cooper Warren is averaging over 13 yards a carry. If they can do those kind of things tonight with that offensive line, get the ball out to Cooper and Titus and Trent Corcoran when they need to, then I think it's going to be a long night for Jim Ned, but that's why they play it on the field and it's not on paper.
Good stuff as always from Eric Morris. It's the best job that I have is introducing that guy. The captains are on the field. We're 4 minutes away from kickoff. You're listening to Brock Eagle Football, brought to you by JPS Productions. We'll take a break, bring it right back to you for the lineups as well as kickoff.
Lightfoot Mechanical, air conditioning, heating, plumbing, and spray foam insulation is family owned and operated and has been serving North Texas for more than 30 years. Lightfoot Mechanical, we're the good guys.
Welcome back to Shotwell Stadium in Abilene, Texas. The matchup for round number 1, the Brock Eagles take on the Jim Ned Indians. You're listening to Brock Football, brought to you by JPS Productions. Lineups tonight for the Jim Ned offense. They're going to be led, like we talked about, by their senior quarterback, Will Dottie. He is flanked by the fullback, senior Miles Moore, number 45. In the backfield, the 1,000-yard rusher, number 20, Marcus Hayden. The big wideouts in the backfield, number 8, Shea Easterling, 6'5", 190 senior, as well as the tight end, number 21, Andrew Peter, 6'5", 200-pound senior. 2 wideouts you'll also see are the sophomore, number 4, Dylan McCoy, and the senior, number 24, Tyler Bradshaw. The big offensive line across the board, Weatherly, Smith, Crawford, Burnett, and Lockley. For the Brock defense, a little change-up tonight. Zane Young, if he plays any, will play very little. The starter for tonight is going to be the sophomore Dawson Littlepage, the special teams guru, number 27, 5'11", 185. He'll be also in the linebacker spot next to Letty French, the senior. Up front, the big boys, there'll be a lot of rotation on the defensive line. Tanner Patino, Tucker Sargent, McGregor Hara, Mickey Golden will start tonight, his second start of the season, number 57, and Jordan Andre. They'll also have Devin Stentz, Logan Hoffman, Carson Langdon, Titus Gossett, and Caden Fain. In the secondary, they'll be tested again. Tyler Gray, Trent Patino, Pike Langford, Kyle Till, and Tyler Skelton. The offense for Brock, by their 4-year Letterman starter, number 10, the quarterback Seth Bowman. The 2,000-yard rushers are French and Gray. Cooper Warren, the dangerous wideout, number 21. He is the leading wide receiver. Trent Corcoran, number 2, the sophomore, 6'1", 176, is the other wideout. And then the tight end, Titus Gossett. Across the offensive line, Powell, Sargent, Taylor, Hara, and Bo Harrell. We'll also see Devin Stentz in there as well. Jim Ned's defense running a 3-4 or a 5-2, whichever you'd like to call it. Hunter Lockley, Evan Tate, John Matthews, and Cameron Winkle are the defensive tackles. The ends are Joseph Wicker and Matthew Fisher, the senior, number 6, who we will like to see a lot of. The linebackers, Pierce Atchison, Tyler Bradshaw. The cornerbacks are Riley Leavenworth, Connor Akins, and then the free safety and strong safety, Colby Reeves and Cade Johnson. Under a minute left to play. We're going to take a break, bring it right back to you for kickoff. You're listening to Brock Football, brought to you by JPS Productions.
Are you gaining weight, feeling tired, suffering from a lack of concentration, or feel like you passed your prime? Call Envy, a medical day spa and wellness center, to discuss having your testosterone level checked today. 817-599-9902. Dr. Chris Wasterhuizen at Envy, a medical day spa and wellness center, has been successfully performing bioidentical hormone replacement for men and women for the last decade. Call Envy to make your appointment now. 817-599-9902. When choosing a propane delivery company for your home or business, Texas Butane Company in Weatherford is the right choice for all your propane needs. Family owned and operated for more than 50 years. Whether it's heating homes, swimming pools, or backyard barbecues, they are there for you every step of the way. With a dedicated service team and experienced set of licensed propane drivers, Texas Butane Company is ready to serve all your propane needs, large or small. Call them at 817-594-2612.
Back at Shotwell Stadium in Abilene, Texas, just about set for this clash of 3A Division I playoffs between the Brock Eagles and Jim Ned Indians. The first quarter is brought to you by Texas Butane. Texas Butane Company, serving all of Parker and surrounding counties for more than 50 years. They offer everything from propane tank sales and leasing to gas logs, heaters, and home appliances, both gas and electric. Call 817-594-2612. Jim Ned won the toss. They will elect to receive. Brock was in the kicking formation. Bryce Nye is the kicker. The kickoff returners for Jim Ned, number 2, Riley Leavenworth, number 20, Marcus Hayden, and the upbacks in front of them are Moore and Peter. The kickoff is brought to you by Reese Atkins and Piper Pardue. Century 21, we're off and running. Fielded by Leavenworth at the 20, cuts up to the middle to the 25, to the 30, and down at the 32-yard line where Jim Ned's offense will take over. Jim Ned in their visiting white jerseys, red helmets, and charcoal pants. Brock with their blue on blue with gold numbers home jerseys with the metallic helmets.
Jake, I went down there earlier on the field to check out all these tall receivers and quarterbacks they're supposed to have. Everybody's supposed to be 6'6", 6'8", and everything like that. Now, I'm going to say Easterling, number 8, and 21, those guys are every bit of 6'4", 6'5", just like it says. I'm not sure the quarterback is that tall, but those other guys are definitely that tall.
Doty in pistol formation, 2 receivers to the right. It is a play-action pass looking over across the middle, caught number 24 at the 48-yard line and drug down. That is Tyler Bradshaw with a good catch. There's a flag on the play, looking at the horse collar by chance, but a good catch at midfield and a pickup of 18 yards for a first down right off the bat. They go to the air.
Right there, yeah, Tyler Bradshaw is the receiver that they go to the most, and he had inside position on Tyler Gray, caught the ball in stride. All Tyler could do to keep him from scoring touchdown was grab him by the horse collar, and that's what he did. So that play ended up being like a 40-yard play right there.
It was a gain of 18 on the pass. They'll tack it on 15 more yards. It is 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line of Brock going in. Doty with 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right, pistol formation. They'll give it up the middle to number 20, and he is stopped for a loss in the backfield. Tackle made by Tanner Patino. Marcus Hayden loses 2 on the play, 2nd and 12.
Jim Ned runs that pistol formation. They have the quarterback. All they've really done is they've moved the quarterback under the center and the running back behind him. They've moved them back about 3 yards. So the quarterback's 3 yards behind the center, and the tailback, Hayden, is 2 yards behind the quarterback. He's still going to the left, going to the right. The quarterback does not run the ball that much. He likes to show it one time, just let the other team know he does it, but normally he doesn't run.
2 receivers either side. Doty will fake the handoff in the screen. Under pressure running up the middle, and he's going to be tackled for no gain on the play. Number 27, Dawson Littlepage, getting his first start on the night. And Brock now holding Jim Ned to a 3rd and 12.
Right there, the quarterback looks like he wanted to throw a quick developing play out to the side. It was not open. One of the Brock defenders was right there, Tyler Skelton. And all of a sudden he had to take it, bring it down, try to get yardage. I think he barely got back to the line of scrimmage. That's the only time that the quarterback does run, Doty does run, is on a busted play throwing a pass.
Pistol formation, 3 running backs in the backfield. Jim Ned jumped off sides. They're going to move him 5 yards further back. That will take it to, I believe that'll be the 39, and will make it 3rd down and 17.
One of the things that the Brock defensive backs have got to look out for, and it almost happened on that play, is when they're doing press man coverage, these tall receivers are getting the outside release on them and going upfield. If that quarterback lays it up, with these tall receivers, they might be able to get it. Even though Tyler Gray is a good athlete, he can jump high, it's going to be tough for him to reach 8 foot, 9 foot high against these big receivers. So I look for them to start backing off the receivers and playing more of a deep man instead of a press man.
Jim Ned breaks the huddle. Same formation, 3 running backs in the backfield, 1 receiver either side. Snap to Doty and another false start by Jim Ned. It will back them up another 5 yards, and what was 3rd and 12 is now turned in to 3rd and 22 back on the 44-yard line.
That's those 2 penalties, the 15 yards they got on the horse collar, 10 of those yards just got taken back away. They're almost right back to where they were when they caught the ball a while ago. Trent Corcoran's in now for Tyler Skelton.
They really want to run this play. Same formation. Now they're going to get the snap. Looking across, going to throw a high deep over the middle. It was good coverage there by number 7. That's Tyler Skelton. Number 2 for Brock. That's Trent Corcoran playing some corner tonight. The DB that is usually a good wideout. That's a Brock defensive Envy Day spa stop. Are you gaining weight, feeling tired, suffering from lack of concentration, or like you have past your prime? Call Envy, a medical day spa and wellness center, to discuss having your testosterone level checked. 817-599-9902. The punter, Shea Easterling, stands at his own 50. It is blocked, and it is loose on the field and picked up. Brock blocks it on an extra point stop. They're going to take over on the Jim Ned 38-yard line. Good block. It looked like that was going to be Dawson Littlepage. He is making a stand for his first stop.
That's why you call him the special teams guru right there.
He is a special teams guru, and he comes off big. Brock got sloppy on their first defensive stop, but is able to block a punt, and now they'll start with a First National Bank first down at the 38-yard line, left hash of Jim Ned going in. 2 receivers, including the tight end, into the boundary. Bowman under center. He'll bring French in motion across. Quarterback sneak up to the 35-yard line, and then tripped up and tackled. That is Bowman, who will pick up 5 on the play, 2nd and 5.
He just got tripped up there. That play was open. He picked up his feet. I think he gets the first down on that one.
2nd and 5, same formation, 2 running backs in the backfield. This time going to bring Warren in motion. They're going to fake the toss, now give it to French to the 30, up to the 25, rolling over tackle to the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. That's a First National Bank first down for Brock as they take it all the way down. Letty French does to the 19-yard line, and now Brock moving on offense.
That's just good old-fashioned hard running by Letty French. He's been doing it all year.
8:52 remaining in the first quarter. Bowman under center, I formation, 2 running backs in the back. They will fake the give. Bootleg to the right. Bowman will throw across. Caught at the 80. That is number 85, Titus Gossett, in the back of the end zone for a touchdown. That is a Guild Mortgage touchdown, and right there your interest rates just got better. 6-0 Brock leads with 8:37 remaining here in the first quarter.
They've run that play all year. It's a little boot pass where he fakes the toss one way, comes around the other way. He's got Cooper Warren on a short ball, Titus Gossett on a deep ball. Both of them were open that time. He found Gossett 5 yards out of the end zone. He caught it, ran it in. Good play.
This Brock extra point is brought to you by Plains Capital Bank. Plains Capital Bank has 2 locations in Parker County, 1001 Santa Fe Drive in Weatherford and 126 South Ranch House Road, Suite 400 in Willow Park. Call 817-598-5400. Plains Capital Bank is a proud sponsor of Brock Eagle football. 7-0 Brock leads with 8:37 remaining here in the first quarter. You're listening to Brock football, brought to you by JPS Productions. Take a break, bring it back to you here.
When choosing a propane delivery company for your home or business, Texas Butane Company in Weatherford is the right choice for all your propane needs. Family owned and operated for more than 50 years. Whether it's heating homes, swimming pools, or backyard barbecues, they are there for you every step of the way. With a dedicated service team and experienced set of licensed propane drivers, Texas Butane Company is ready to serve all your propane needs, large or small. Call them at 817-594-2612.
Welcome back to Shotwell Stadium. Brock scores on a short field after a block punt by Dawson Littlepage, 38 yards, 7-0 with 8:37 remaining. Bryce Nye kicks the Reese and Piper team. Century 21 Lynch and Associates kickoff. It is caught at the 15-yard line by number 2, Riley Leavenworth. He takes it up to the 20, dodges a tackle, and is tackled at the 25-yard line. And that's where Jim Ned will take over.
And that was Littlepage, first one down there. Put the big hit on him, and then he stopped him. Everybody else started adding on. Littlepage wants to be a player. He's been backing up Letty and Tyler on the offense for so long. Now he's getting to play linebacker for Zane Young. How would you like to be behind those 3 people I'm sure all three of them are going to be All-State this year. How'd you like to be the guy who's next in line after all three of those guys?
Well, he's showing that he deserves to be there, and I know that's important. I don't know who's more excited, him or me, about this game. 3 receivers to the right for Jim Ned, 1 to the left, shotgun formation for Dottie. It is a snap, should have been offsides, no call on play. Dottie will run on a busted play to his right, and he's going to be stopped for a loss. That is a loss of 6 on the play. Tackle made by number 27. Guess who again? That's Dawson Littlepage. Jim Ned jumped off sides, but they didn't call it. Nevertheless, it's pretty good for Brock because they lost 1 more yard than
They wish they would have called a penalty. We'd only lost 5, and then instead they lost 6. Yeah, Dawson gets in there quick. Jordan Andre took outside position on him. That quarterback tried to turn it back in. There's Dawson right there waiting on him.
Jim Ned breaks the huddle, will come up to the line. Pistol formation, 2 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. It is play action pass under pressure. Look out, there's Littlepage again, and he got him. That's going to be a sack for Littlepage and a loss, I believe,
Flag.
is 8 pending the penalty. We'll check it first. Want to remind you that the first quarter is brought to you by Texas Butane and Company, serving all of Parker County and surrounding counties for more than 50 years. 817-594-2612. Penalty was picked up. It's going to be 3rd and long. Shotgun formation. Look up. It's a screen set up. And it's picked off. Picked off, and that is number 35, Caden Fain, the senior defensive lineman, picks it off at the 10-yard line. They're going to flip fields in another short field. It'll be 1st and goal on the 10-yard line going in for Brock.
3 of the plays that Jim Ned likes to run is the slip screen, the bubble screen, and the middle screen. Right there, that was the middle screen, and Caden Fang was right there waiting on it. He's got more completions to Brock players than he does to Jim Ned players now.
Bowman will break the huddle, walk up to the line, I formation, 2 running backs into the backfield. Snap, it'll be a toss to Gray to the 10, to the 5. Guess what? He scores again. That's another touchdown for Guild Mortgage. My interest rate on my home just got better. 13-0. 7:08 remaining here in the first quarter. Brock takes advantage of 2 mistakes by Jim Ned, and they score quickly on 3 total plays on offense.
It's almost like I went to the shooting range, and my very first shot I hit the center of the target, and now I can't hit the paper. It's gone from fantastic. You can't ask for a better play than Jim Ned ran the first play, and now they can't hit the paper out there.
Like I said, that touchdown was brought to you by Guild Mortgage. For the lowest interest rates available, call Jennifer Morris at 817-995-1156. Guild Mortgage has loan programs available, including conventional, FHA, USDA, VA, and even a down payment assist program. Don't let credit stop you from calling them. They can help. 817-995-1156. Guild Mortgage is an equal housing lender. NLMS 3274. Take a break, bring it right back to you. You're listening to Brock Football, brought to you by JPS Productions.
When choosing a propane delivery company for your home or business, Texas Butane Company in Weatherford is the right choice for all your propane needs. Family owned and operated for more than 50 years. Whether it's heating homes, swimming pools, or backyard barbecues, they are there for you every step of the way. With a dedicated service team and experienced set of licensed propane drivers, Texas Butane Company is ready to serve all your propane needs, large or small. Call them at 817-594-2612.
Welcome back to Shotwell Stadium in Abilene, Texas, where Brock has scored off of 2 mistakes by Jim Ned. Indians 14-0. They leave with 7:08 remaining here in the first quarter. Bryce and I will kick off the Reese and Piper team of Century 21. Kickoff caught at the 10-yard line to the 20, to the 25, to the 30, and is tackled. That's number 2, Riley Leavenworth, down at the 33-yard line. The Reese and Piper team of Century 21, Lynch and Associates, have a combined 42 years of experience selling home and acreage in Parker County and strive to be the best real estate agents in the area. Call Piper Pardue at 817-269-8735.
I don't have to tell you who made that tackle on the kickoff coverage right
I'm
there,
gonna
but
guess
it rhymes
27.
with Little Page.
First and 10, it is on the 33-yard line. Jim Ned trying to get something going. Shotgun formation, tight. 3 running backs in the backfield. They'll hand it to Hayden. Look out, tackled in the backfield. He will lose 1 on the yard. Please don't tell me it's 27. And on the bottom of the pile is Dawson Littlepage, who is just going to try and do everything himself tonight.
Well, of course, Zane is standing over the sidelines with his helmet ready, his shoes on. He's got his ankles taped up. He's all ready to go in there if they need him. But right now, Dawson's doing a heck of a job.
2nd and 11. Jim Ned in the huddle. Now they'll break it. Slow walk to the line. Same formation, shotgun with 3 running
Look for a
backs
pass out to
in
that
the
receiver.
backfield. Here's the snap. It was play action looking. It is going to be too high for number 88 for Jim Ned. That is Connor Akins. He had beat, I believe, on the corner. Not sure who it was, but it was a 12-yard stop, and there was a lot of give in man coverage, but just too high of a throw from Will Dottie, 3rd and 11.
One of the things I noticed in films this week is every time they do that 3-back set and a receiver to one side or the other, they almost always throw to that receiver that's out there. And right there, he did that step and hitch like I was talking about. If he'd have just planted his back foot and thrown it, he could have had a completion right there.
1 wide receiver either side. Brock backs off and prevent. 3-step drop, going to throw on a fade route. It was off the hands of Shea Easterling. He had a bead on number 2, Trent Corcoran, but just too high, and it's going to bring up a Brock Envy Day stop as Jim Ned will punt it. And in the backfield is going to be Letty French standing on his own, probably 35-yard line, joined by Trent Corcoran.
Sometimes when you're throwing that ball into the wind and with the wind, it does funny things to the nose of the ball. If you don't have a tight spiral, that wind seems to take the ball, and it looks like that will happen there. It went right over the guy's head. He was open for a second.
High snap, look out, it chance to be blocked, and they just missed it. It's going to die right around the 39-yard line. Shea Easterling got a gift because number 57, and I believe that is Mikey Golden was bearing down on him. But nevertheless, Brock will start out with a First National Bank first down at their own 37.
Well, believe it or not, after 3 drives, that is Jim Ned's first time to actually get a punt off. They've had 1 blocked and had the other one intercepted. Finally got a punt off.
Bowman in the shotgun, 2 running backs in the backfield, 1 receiver either side. Going to bring Corcoran in motion. He's going to get it on the end around up to the 40 and is going to move down to the 44-yard line. That's going to be a pickup of 6 on the play, 2nd and 4 with 5:53 remaining in the first quarter.
I really like those jet sweep plays. When they do it with Cooper Warren, when they do with Trent Corcoran going all the way to the other side, I really like those plays because you got Letty going one way, Cooper going another way. That's tough on a defense.
2 wide receivers to the right, going to bring Warren in motion. Fake the give, now bootleg to the right-hand side. Bowman looking, throws across his body and high. Dangerous throw intended for number 85, Titus Gossett, who had a step on Cade Johnson, but just too high throw of Bowman. Bowman doesn't make a lot of mistakes, but he seems to like to throw across his body, and it's become dangerous to him
Last week,
the year.
Bowman was 10 for 10 on passes. That he just overthrew me a little bit. Late developing play, overthrew him.
3 running backs in the backfield. Bowman under center. They're going to hand it to the right side up to the 45 to midfield. Cooper Warren for a First National Bank first down to the 49-yard line. First National Bank is proud to support the Brock Eagles all the way to state. First National Bank of Weatherford, 817-598-4900. Member FDIC. Bowman will go under center again. Jim Ned having personnel problems. They'll run their 11th on the field. Toss to French to midfield. Blockers out in front. Spins off a tackle and spins off of another one, but finally pushed backward. Forward momentum going to give him 5 on the play.
Sometimes Brock runs that toss where the running back gets outside, cuts back up inside the tackle, and then sometimes they run it where they try to get him outside. Right there, it looks like they were trying to get him outside, but he cut it back up just a little bit too early, and he got stopped for a short gain.
I formation going to top to Gray to the 40. Look out, 35. Sticks his foot in the ground, breaks a tackle, 25, 20. Blocker out in front, 10-5, touchdown.
No flags.
In Guild Mortgage, I'm going to have 0% interest on my home at the end of the night. Another touchdown for Brock, pinning the Plains Capital Bank extra point 20-0 as they lead Jim Ned with 4:37 remaining in the first quarter.
One of the things we talk about, and we've talked about it this whole year, is that Letty and Tyler have such a competition in running, is that both of them know if they do not score on this play, when the next guy gets it, he's going to score, so they try to give it everything they have. And I guarantee you right there, if Tyler knew if he got taken down, Letty was going to score on the next play. And Tyler said, no, I'm going to go ahead and get it this time for you.
Bryce Nye kicks the Plains Capital Bank extra point through the uprights, 21-0. Brock leads Jim Ned, 4:37 remaining here in the first quarter. Going to take a break, bring it right back to Shotwell Stadium in Abilene, Texas. You're listening to Brock Eagle Football, brought to you by JPS Productions.
When choosing a propane delivery company for your home or business, Texas Butane Company in Weatherford is the right choice for all your propane needs. Family owned and operated for more than 50 years. Whether it's heating homes, swimming pools, or backyard barbecues, they are there for you every step of the way. With a dedicated service team and experienced set of licensed propane drivers, Texas Butane Company is ready to serve all your propane needs, large or small. Call them at 817-594-2612.
Brock leads Jim Ned 21-0 after a 13-yard score from Tyler Gray. 4:37 remaining here in the first quarter. Bryce Nye kicks it off, standing on his 40-yard line. It is caught by the upback at the 33, moving left to right. Oh, big hit. Didn't see who it was, but it was a big hit from the left corner.
That's Patino and Teal that were down there.
It was probably Patino, the smallest out of the few, but he delivers a load as Jim Ned will take over at the 31-yard line. They're going to have to cover 69 yards, and Eric, they've shot themselves on the foot on the first two drives and 3 and out on the third.
They see what play works. They ran it. It worked fantastic. The receiver got inside position. For whatever reason, they haven't gone back to it. They're trying to run fade routes, which you think that works. But again, you got to have somebody who can do all those things.
Bootleg to the right-hand side. Dottie under pressure. Flag on the play, and he's got to scramble up. Nowhere to go. He's going to lose 4 on the play. He was covered up by the defensive line. Great pressure in there by Caden Fain. They're going to lose 6 on the play. 2nd and 16 pending the penalty.
Calling a chop block.
Personal foul, chop block by Jim Ned. It'll be declined, so 2nd and 16 as Jim Ned continues to lose yardage on every drive that they have had besides the first one.
As a matter of fact, I don't know if they've gotten positive yardage except for the very first play. Usually when they call a chop block like that, somebody's engaged, and then somebody else comes in and goes for the knees while they're engaged.
2 receivers either side. Fake the give, quick screen, going to throw, caught at the 30-yard line. Great tackle there made by number 7, Tyler Skelton. Only going to be a pickup of 4 on the play. 5. 3rd down and 12.
That was just a quick pass, quick release. He got it out there to the receiver quick. He bobbled it a little bit. Tyler was right there, wrapped him up. They're still not back to the line of scrimmage yet. Or the original line of scrimmage anyways.
Another chance to go 3 and out. Going to back the corners off. 3-step drop. Going to throw high on the fade route, and he had a step on him. Shea Easterling was the intended wide receiver. Number 2, Trent Corcoran, turned around a little early, but thankfully it was intended, and it's going to be another Envy Day spa defensive stop for Brock. Easterling will have to get back up and jog backwards to punt it off.
That's just, he just overthrew him. I can't stress it enough how important it is to have good touch, lay the ball up, know what your receivers are doing. The receivers cannot ad-lib plays. That's killer for a team.
Bad snap again. Easterling fields it. Line drive kick. Hits at the 40. takes a Jim Ned bounce to the 35 and will die at the 30-yard line. Going to be a net punt of 58 yards. That's where Brock will take over for a First National Bank first down.
This is Brock's 4th time to have the ball. They've scored the first 3. Last one was 5 plays. The one before that was 1 play. The one before that was 3 plays. So let's see a sustained. You know who wants to see a sustained drive right now? The defense for Brock wants to see a sustained drive.
Bowman breaks the huddle, shotgun formation, 2 wideouts into the boundary, 1 to the right. Gray stands to Bowman's left, going to bring Warren in motion, takes it on the end around to the 30. Great block, look out to the 40. Midfield, 1 man to breaks a tackle, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. The Brock defense is going to have to come back onto the field because Letty French takes it 68 yards for the touchdown. And now, how much more can my interest rates get on my mortgage? For Guild Mortgage, that's another touchdown for Brock, 27-0, 3:13 remaining here in the first quarter.
I just don't know why the offense, Coach Jones won't let the defense have some time to get some breath. They can't even make it over to the water cooler and get a good cup.
Bad snap. Look out, it's going to be a 2-point conversion. Rolling to the right, going to throw high, and it is caught. That was a no-look pass by Kyle Teal. Did a great job. Caught by Corcoran. Handles the bad snap, gets the 2-point conversion. 29-0 remains in the first quarter. Brock leads Jim Ned. We'll bring it back to you here after a short break and a word from our sponsors.
Lightfoot Mechanical, air conditioning, heating, plumbing, and spray foam insulation is family owned and operated and has been serving North Texas for more than 30 years. Lightfoot Mechanical, we're the good guys.
29-0, Brock leads Jim Ned here in Shotwell Stadium in Abilene, Texas. And Eric, we're just seeing a high-powered offense. We talked about it in the pregame show. Jim Ned's defense, that's their weakness, and they're really showing with almost 30 points given up, and we're not even finished with the first quarter.
I think I've got here 8, 9, 10. Brock has run 10 offensive plays so far and have 29 points. That is the defense. You know, one of the things we had talked about is the head coach for Jim Ned. He's from a big school, and sometimes he's also was the offensive coordinator at the big school. So sometimes when you come to a smaller school, you're the offensive coordinator. You want to have people that's going one way, and since you're the offensive coordinator, you put all your good players on the offense. And I think that's maybe what they did at Jim Ned is they put all the good players on offense, and they're struggling on defense.
Bryce Nye has struggled with kickoffs the past 2 games. He line drives this one out of bounds. It'll be a penalty flag. Want to let you know that Brock kickoff was brought to you by the Reese and Piper team of Century 21 Lynch and Associates. If you or someone you know is looking to buy or sell their property now or in the near future, be sure to go with the top producing real estate team in Parker County. Call Reese Atkins at 817-980-8321 or go to reeseandpiperteam.com or visit the Reese and Piper Team Facebook page for information about the extraordinary listings to see how they can help you market your property. Jim Ned needs to get something going. They've dug themselves in a hole they need to get out of. Shotgun formation, 2 receivers to the right. Going to go to Marcus Hayden, spins off and tackled to the 35-yard line, and he is wrapped up and tackled there. And that
Kyle
Teal comes up from the free safety position to make the tackle after a gain of 6.
I think that's their 3rd longest play right there. Their 3rd longest play of the day.
Still not in positive numbers.
Jim Ned does the no huddle, not hurry up offense. They get out there and wait for the coach to call the play.
Pistol formation, 2 receivers. It's going to go to Marcus Hayden. Breaks a tackle to the 35, the 40. Running room to midfield to the 45 and knocked out of bounds at the 44-yard line. It's going to be a big pickup for Jim Ned, and now gone away from the passing game and now giving it to the 1,000-yard rusher, the senior Marcus Hayden, doing things on the ground, moving the ball.
Brock was taking inside position and outside position on those receivers, which left the middle of the field open. They got outside that time. He got a good run.
Same formation. Going to go to Hayden again. Moving forward, spinning left and right, driving his feet forward, and a good pickup by Marcus Hayden. 7 on the play, 2nd and 3, ball to the 41-yard line.
Devin Stentz coming in for Carson Langen at nose guard. Try to put some more beef in there in the middle.
Shotgun formation, empty backfield. Dottie will take it all alone, under pressure. Look out, dodges a tackle, flag on the play, but he's going to be wrapped up. Mikey Golden will get the sack, loss of 4 on the play, pending the penalty.
Dawson Littlepage had a stunt going that time. He blitzed in there, had a wide open. He just missed the quarterback. Otherwise, it would have been about a 10-yard loss. It's going to be a penalty against Jim Ned.
Holding is the call. Brock will accept it. That'll move him back 10 yards from the previous spot, and it will bring up replay 2nd down, 2nd and 13, ball on the 49-yard line of Jim Ned. With 1:51 remaining here in the first quarter, Brock leads Jim Ned 29-0.
After 2 positive plays of significant yardage, they've gone sack, and then they've gone loss of a holding penalty for 10 yards back. So after getting 2 first downs in a row, now they're back to being behind the chains, 2nd and 12.
Pistol formation. Dottie going to fake the snap. High drive over the caught. It is a pass caught on a fly route, and that's going to be number 8, Shea Easterling. They had double coverage with Gray and Skelton, but they were unable to stop him in a they convert big 1st and 10, ball on the 19-yard line. They've been looking at it all day, and for the first time they get it. Jim Ned hustles up to the line of scrimmage. They're going to snap it, give it up to Hayden, to the 15, to the 10, to the 5, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Jim Ned, with 1:08 remaining in the first quarter. The Indians are on the board, pending the extra point, 6-0.
When we're looking at some of the things that Jim Ned does and how they win, how they lose, is they usually win really big. They usually lose really big. But even in their losses, they're scoring 14 to 15 points, and I expect them to get at least 2 touchdowns today.
Easterling will set for the extra point. Cade Johnson, the holder. The deep snapper is number 65, Weatherly. Snap is up and good, almost blocked, but able to drive it through. 1:08 remaining. Jim Ned is on the board, still trails by 22. 29-7, Brock leads. Bring you right back here to Shotwell Stadium in Abilene, Texas, after a word from our sponsors.
When choosing a propane delivery company for your home or business, Texas Butane Company in Weatherford is the right choice for all your propane needs. Family owned and operated for more than 50 years. Whether it's heating homes, swimming pools, or backyard barbecues, they are there for you every step of the way. With a dedicated service team and experienced set of licensed propane drivers, Texas Butane Company is ready to serve all your propane needs, large or small. Call them at 817-594-2612.
1:08 remains in the first quarter. Want to remind you that the first quarter is brought to you by Texas Butane. Texas Butane Company, serving all of Parker and surrounding counties for more than 50 years. Call 817-594-2612. Jim Ned converts on 3rd down and 22, and a Marcus Hayden 12-yard touchdown puts the Indians on the board. Eric, Jim Ned went from not being able to do anything to looking pretty good on offense.
Yeah, it did look pretty good. They shot themselves a foot, a couple of penalties, but just because they score, now the tough part is, how are we going to stop Brock?
Easterling will kick it. It will die at the 13-yard line, picked up by Gray. He's running the wrong way as he gives ground. Excuse me, not Gray, that is French. He's going to go laterally but lose a couple, and they're going to take over at the 14-yard line, but a penalty flag on the play.
One of the things that you notice with team sports is each person has a specific responsibility. 11 guys are counting on 11 guys to all do their job. If one guy doesn't do their job and everybody else is engaged in doing theirs, sometimes those things happen that happened on that previous play where he scored the touchdown and that completion of that pass, because one guy didn't do his job, and the whole team suffered.
Brock got a penalty for blocking, as I call it. I don't know how you give them that, but it is a penalty nevertheless. Personal foul, going to march it all the way back to the 7-yard line. Bowman under center, going to toss it to the right side up to the 10 where he's tripped up. Letty French gets to the 11-yard line, had blockers in front of him, but a good tackle there made by number 2, Riley Leavenworth, the cornerback.
Oh, getting started on the 7-yard line gives Brock an opportunity to have a long, sustained drive, give that defense some time to rest.
Bowman under center, I formation. Snap, it'll go toss to Gray to the 15, to the 20, moving off tackles to the 25-yard line and spun out of bounds. Like I talked about last week, he didn't even go down after he spun out of bounds. Now, okay, the whistle blew, so I'm going to say the play's over because Tyler Gray's made me look foolish a couple times. That's a First National Bank first down with under 30 seconds remaining here in the first quarter.
Brock is in there, no huddle, not hurry up offense now.
Bowman under center, 2 running backs in the backfield. They'll go right up the middle to the 30. Hurdy's over there, tackle to the 35, take it down at the 40-yard line. That's number 27, Dawson Littlepage, who we will say, if you haven't listened to our broadcast, his number of attempts and touchdowns are almost the same as he tries to find the end zone every time he touches the ball. Brock now trying to catch the defense of Jim Ned off target. Going to bring Warren in motion, snap. They'll fake the give. Bowman keeper to the 40 down to the 45-yard line. Pick up a 5 on the play. And that will be the end of the first quarter at Shotwell Stadium in Abilene, Texas. Brock leads 29-7 and driving over the Jim Ned Indians. Bring it back here for the second quarter. You're listening to Brock Football, brought to you by JPS Productions.
When choosing a propane delivery company for your home or business, Texas Butane Company in Weatherford is the right choice for all your propane needs. Family owned and operated for more than 50 years. Whether it's heating homes, swimming pools, or backyard barbecues, they are there for you every step of the way. With a dedicated service team and experienced set of licensed propane drivers, Texas Butane Company is ready to serve all your propane needs, large or small. Call them at 817-594-2612.
Back at Shotwell Stadium in Abilene, Texas, start of the second quarter. Brock Football, you're listening to Brock Football, brought to you by JPS Productions. Second quarter is brought to you by Teskey's Saddle Shop. Teskey's new gun store is just opened and in time for hunting season. Over 1,000 new and used and the largest ammo selection in the area. Brands like Colt, Browning, and Winchester. Teskey's is sure to have what you need. Located off of I-20 west of Weatherford, on the Dennis Road exit. Call 817-599-3400.
So far, we've got 4 plays from the 7-yard line. That's almost 40 yards, so we're getting about 10 yards of play. Let's run a few more, give that defense some time to rest.
Bowman, shotgun formation, going to bring French in motion. They're going to fake.
There he is.
Now bootleg. Bowman still going to throw deep over the middle, and it is going to be almost intercepted by Riley Leavenworth. He was step for step with Tyler Gray, but Gray does a great job knocking the ball out of his hands in a manageable 3rd and 5 for Brock.
Right there, they ran the route we saw earlier where they have Cooper Warren on the short route, Titus Gossett on the deep route. Titus was there. The play developed just a little bit later than Bowman gave it time to do, and he could have had a big gain right there to Titus Gossett.
Bowman under center, 2 running backs in the backfield, going to toss to the right side to Gray, makes a move to the tackle, hurries over a defender, look out, still on his feet, here he goes to the 40, spins off another tackle and down to the 37-yard line. A First National Bank first down for Tyler Gray in a big pickup, and Brock hurrying up to the line. No huddle offense.
Now they're doing the no huddle hurry up.
toss up the middle to Gray, to the 40, to the 35, to the 30, to the 25. Moving tackles left and right to the 20 and down to the 19. Penalty flag on the play. He runs in traffic better than he does when there's nobody around
You
him.
know, he's got the ability to hold the ball in one hand. It looks like he's using the shoulders of the defenders and his blockers as he's going downfield, going left, going right. I got to commend you to the play just before that one. Surely he looked like he was down 2 or 3 times, and you let him finish the play. You waited for the whistle. I'm so proud of you.
Only took me 10 games to do it. The good run will be negated for a holding penalty. It will be taken back to the 37-yard line, 1st and 10 for Brock.
That gives them another time, some more time. That defense is over there drinking some water, making sure the shoes tied good, making sure the shoulder straps are good.
French and Gray in the backfield with Bowman. They're going to bring Corcoran. No, it's Warren. They're going to give it to Warren on the end around. Look out to the 35. Blockers in front of him to the 30. Cuts across, tackle down to the 20-yard line. Cooper Warren has had that open all day long, and that's going to be a pickup of 21 down at the 20-yard line. First National Bank first down.
I really like giving the ball to Cooper Warren on that jet sweep. He puts a medium amount of moves in there. A medium amount of moves.
Long, lanky Cooper Warren will set up to the left-hand side. Bowman under center, Gray in the backfield. They'll bring Bowman in motion. Somebody moved first. I'm not sure who it was. They're going to say that Tristan Taylor snapped it. Bowman wasn't ready for it, so that was a fumble. Thankfully, Bowman able to jump on it. They get it right back at the line of scrimmage, so no loss on the play, but a busted play will make it 2nd and 10. Same formation. Going to run the play now. Bowman going to motion Warren, fake the toss, and now false start will back them up. You know, as good as they've looked at the first 3 drives when they scored, these penalties that we haven't seen stuff like this since the first or second time of the second game now starting to come back.
Sometimes that happens when you're running a play just a little bit different than you normally do, and I bet they've put in a few extra plays this week. Sometimes that happens.
2nd and 15, ball on the 25-yard line. They'll give it to French. He will cut off a tackle, now reverses field, and almost wrapped up. Breaks a tackle, but eventually tackled by number 24, Tyler Bradshaw, the Sam linebacker, and he only picks up 3. Ran for about 30 yards, but only gets 2 on the net.
And I think they've run that play 2 or 3 times so far, counting that one. And it's a play that I haven't seen them run this whole year, and that's what I was talking about. Seth, the quarterback, actually went back and handed the ball to the running back. I don't think they normally do that.
I formation, Bowman under center snap. They're going to toss it to Gray to the 20-yard line, and he is wrapped up by number 32, Pierce Atchison. Good job of going low on Tyler Gray and wrapping up. He and Tyler Bradshaw combined for a tackle. It will be 4th and 8, ball on the 18-yard line. Brock's offense will stay on the field. Not many 4th downs that they've had to go for this year, but for the ones they have done, they've been successful. Shotgun formation. Gray stands to Bowman's left. They're going to roll that way to the direction. Bowman looking, and a throw across his body. It's caught.
Cooper Warren,
the sure-handed wideout, catches the ball at the... Nope, they waved it off. I'm sorry.
What?
They waved it off. They're going to say a turnover on downs with 8:55 remaining in the second quarter. He looked to have got both feet in, but he dropped the ball, so unable to retain possession as he fumbled it out of bounds.
Well, too bad that was all the way on the other side of the field. We couldn't see it as good. Plus, there's shadow right there. The way the lights are coming down, we can't see it. But bottom line is, they stop him on 4th down. Jim Ned with the ball.
The Indians will take over on the... That is the 18-yard line. 3 running backs in the backfield. Dottie will give it up to Hayden. Dances to the 20 and down at the 24-yard line. Hayden getting something going against that Brock defensive line as he picks up 6 on the play. and it will be 2nd and 4, ball on the 25.
The thing that it looks like Jim Ned is doing, they've said, you know what, our receivers are getting covered by too many people. Let's run the ball and let's make them bring some of that coverage inside before we go back out to those receivers.
Hayden stands behind Dottie in the shotgun formation. They'll give it to him again, breaks a tackle into the second level and gets another first down. That's a pickup of 5 on the play. Marcus Hayden has gone for no less than 5 yards on his last 5 carries, and he is making this Brock defensive work, and they are tired. They're tired enough to call a timeout. We're going to take a timeout. The timeouts tonight are brought to you by Texas Butane. 8:18 remaining here in the second quarter. Brock leads Jim Ned 29-7. You're listening to Brock Football, brought to you by JPS Productions.
When choosing a propane delivery company for your home or business, Texas Butane Company in Weatherford is the right choice for all your propane needs. Family owned and operated for more than 50 years. Whether it's heating homes, swimming pools, or backyard barbecues, they are there for you every step of the way. With a dedicated service team and experienced set of licensed propane drivers, Texas Butane Company is ready to serve all your propane needs, large or small. Call them at 817-594-2612.
Back at Shotwell Stadium in Abilene, Texas, out of the Texas Butane timeout. 8:18 remaining here. Brock leads Jim Ned 29-7. Brock, after a turnover on downs, gives Jim Ned the ball. They are driving, still on their own 30, but Marcus Hayden is doing work on the ground against that Brock defensive line. Pistol formation, 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. They're going to give it to Hayden, and this time he is stopped in the backfield. That's Caden Fain. Caden Fain leading in tackles for loss for night, and that's going to be a loss of 2, 2nd and 12. You and I talked at the break. Brock's defense is tired. I know you can't tell the offense not to score, but these guys have been on the field most for the first half than the Jim Ned defense.
Well, they've only been on the sidelines for 22 total plays, 12 on that last drive and 10 in the first quarter. So they shouldn't be that tired now. Come on, D.
Shotgun formation, under pressure, look out. Dottie will have to get rid of it as he is being chased by number 22, Jordan Andre, for the backside defensive tackle. It will be 3rd and 12.
He just got rid of that ball quick. He wasn't trying to really complete a pass. He was trying to get out of the way of Jordan Andre bearing down on him. Corcoran has come in for Tyler Skelton again on this side, covering the 6'5" Shea Easterling.
Problems with the personnel for Brock. They're leaving a guy wide open on the left-hand side. Now they're going to get over there. Pike Langford covers him. 3-step drop. Going to hold high. They got a man. They overthrew number 4, Dylan McCoy. The sophomore was wide open. He was going to have some help from Letty French, but they blew a coverage. Brock did. Lucky for them, it's going to be a Brock defensive envy day spa, and Shea Easterling will have to punt. But they will definitely come back to that play.
Oh, yeah. Brock's playing an over and under coverage, and they got the trail back, and they got the deep back. And Jim Ned's trying to get that ball in that hole. The problem is if that receiver does catch it, he's going to take a big hit from number 25, Letty French.
Easterling booms one. It's going to be fair catch signal, but not caught by Letty French. The ball will die at the 40-yard line going in. That's where Brock will take over for a First National Bank first down. 7:24 remaining in the second quarter. Brock leads Jim Ned 29-7, and now the Brock offense that had something going last drive was stopped on a incomplete pass to Trent Corcoran at about the 8-yard line. Needs to score right here to regain momentum.
Like I said, I think they tried a few new plays last drive. Let's see if they go back to the bread and butter.
Bowman under center. They're going to toss to French, moving left to right, hurdles a man and goes over to the 43-yard line. It's going to be a pickup of 3, 2nd and 7.
Their bread and butter plays that I would call them are their toss outside, their toss inside the tackle, and their toss back up the middle. Those 3 plays have worked well, going left, going right, with the 2 1,000-yard running backs, Letty French and Tyler Gray.
Bowman under center going to toss up the middle to Gray to the 45, breaking tackles to the 50 and moving forward for a First National Bank first down. Tyler Gray, hard to bring down on the first tackle. That's usually what you hear about a running back. Tyler Gray's the type of guy, he's hard to bring down on the fifth tackle because everybody on that defense has got to go low against number 33, who only stands, well, let's say about, 5'8". Bowman going to fake the bootleg, go to the left-hand side, throw across the middle, and it's incomplete for Titus Gossett, who has been open all day. They've missed him 2 out of the 3 times, and that will bring up 2nd and 10.
And the time that they did hit him, he ran it in for a touchdown. And there's a couple of times that he's there. Seth just has to set his feet, do his good footwork, use his technique that he knows how to do, and get that pass completed.
Bowman is not setting his feet. I know he's a great quarterback, but if he will, he'll be able to put a little more oomph on the ball. Gray will take the toss across midfield to the 40, and he's tackled. They're doing a really good job tackling Gray. That's going to be a first down for Brock, but number 4 for Jim Ned, Dylan McCoy, did a good form tackle and saved a touchdown.
Every time Tyler gets the ball, I'm thinking this was going to the house. That one right there was no different. Brock doing the no huddle, not hurry up offense.
2 running backs in the backfield. Going to bring Warren in motion. Crosses the quarterback. Fake the toss. Now going to give it to French. Dancing to the 30-yard line. He's going to pick up 5 on the play.
Last drive they had some good yardage in between the 20s. It's when they get down inside the red zone that they stalled a little bit. So sure enough, here it is again. They're getting 7-8 yards a clip. They got to be able to do it when they get down to the 20, which is 11 yards from where they are right now.
5:43 remaining before halftime. 29-7. Brock leads. Snap will go to Gray across the 30. Moves a tackle to the 35. Bounces off another one. It's taking 5 guys to move him. The whistle still hasn't blown, and finally momentum has stopped. That's a First National Bank first down. The growth of Brock community starts at First National Bank of Weatherford. Let us make your new home dreams come true. First National Bank of Weatherford, 817-598-4900, member FDIC.
Tyler Gray's helmet came off, and as soon as he saw that, Dawson Littlepage sprinted in there like he had jets in his feet.
It's a golden opportunity. Littlepage in the backfield at the fullback position.
Calling timeout over there.
And now we'll take a Texas Butane timeout. 5:09 remaining before halftime. We'll bring it right back here to Shotwell Stadium in Abilene, Texas. Brock leads Jim Ned 29-7. You're listening to Brock Football, brought to you by JPS Productions.
Worthington Realty and Investments Incorporated has been in business for 30 years and has always put our clients first. We like to say we have hometown service and hometown pride. Mark and Dottie Worthington have both been Realtor of the Year and Board of Realtors Presidents. Mark is a recent past president of the Weatherford Chamber of Commerce. Avid supporters of football from the Pee-wees to the pros. Proud to have 11-year veteran and current number 91 of the Dallas Cowboys in our family.
Out of the Texas Butane timeout, 5:09 remaining. Brock leads Jim Ned 29-7 here at Shotwell Stadium in the second quarter. I want to let you know the second quarter is brought to you by Teskey's Saddle Shop. Teskey's is your one-stop shop for saddles, tack, vet supplies, clothing, feed, and hay. Their boot selection is the best in the area. Call 817-599-3400. Located just west of Weatherford off of I-20.
He's back in now. Littlepage is.
I formation, Bowman under center, going to fake the give, bootleg to the right, running, flag on the play. Bowman will tuck it and run. He's only going to pick up 1 on the play, but that looks to be in the range of holding, and it is against Brock. They'll march him back 10 yards. It will be 1st and 20.
Just what I was talking about 3 plays ago before the timeout. Brock's been getting major yardage per play, per attempt, in between the 20s. They get down to the 22, and now they've shot themselves in the little toe 2 times. They're running out of little toes to shoot themselves in right now.
we hadn't seen this, and there's not any different personnel. You don't have Zane Young at fullback, but Zane hadn't played the past 3 games.
Right
at
there,
fullback.
that tight end play to Titus just develops a little bit longer. Seth's got to let him come open.
Bowman will toss it to the right under pressure as Gray puts his hand on the ground, breaks 2 tackles, but is finally tackled by number 79, Evan Tate, the senior defensive tackle.
That time I thought he was down, and he wasn't.
They did a great job there, the Jim Ned defensive line hustling to the tackle. Gray able to break him, but the swarm of Indians was able to put him down. It's going to be a pickup of 3, still 2nd and 17.
Brock's behind the chains again. You just can't be successful doing this.
Shotgun formation, going to bring Warren in motion, give it to him. He's been open all day to the 30. Holding penalty again, and it's going to be knocked out of bounds at the 3-yard line. That was Letty French on the end around, but holding again on Brock. And like we said, I think we've made it the past 4 games. Brock had 2 penalties apiece. This is going to be either number 7 or number 8, and it will march them back 10 yards even further and make it 2nd down and 27.
The good news is they're sustaining a drive. They're out there. Their defense is getting some rest. The bad news is it's not looking like they want it to look. I know Coach Worrell and Coach Worrell are not very happy with the discipline that's going on in that offense right now. They want to get down there and score some more points.
Ball's going to be taken all the way back to the Jim Ned 40. It will be 2nd down and 27. Bowman, you're happy though that the kid doesn't get excited. He's a 4-year letterman, so he's able to calm this offense down. They'll bring French in motion, going to give it to him on the end around to the 40, 35 to the 30, and taken down at the 29-yard line. Good pickup for Letty French.
That's that jet sweep I like. Letty French coming from the right side. They snap the ball just before he gets behind the center. They hand it to him when he's in full speed going around the end. Picks up a good amount of yardage. Still 3rd and a long, 15-17.
3.5 minutes remaining before halftime. Bowman will fake it. Bootleg to the right. Open is caught at the 20-yard line. Keeps his feet. Pike Langford all the way down to the 12. And that is going to be a First National Bank 1st down. Brock just wanted to go a little bit longer. I know that's a joke Coach Worrell doesn't want to hear, but able to convert the 1st down. And they can also get one at the 1-yard line. So, again, we're at the 11. Bowman under center right hash, going to toss it to Gray, to the 10, to the 5, driving forward, and he's going to score for a Guild Mortgage touchdown. 35-7 with 3:11 remaining here in the 2nd quarter. And Tyler Gray, he doesn't care if you got to back it all the way up to his 1-yard line. He's going to run hard to be able to get into the end zone.
Well, is that how it works? You get 10 yards, then the next play you get a penalty, you back up 10 yards, then you get 10 yards, the next play you back up 10 yards. They can keep 100 yards within a little 10-yard span there if they keep doing it that way.
Bryce Nye set for the Plains Capital Bank extra point. It is up and good. And with 3:11 remaining here in the 2nd quarter, Brock leads 36-7. You're listening to Brock Football, brought to you by JPS Productions. Take a break, bring it right back to Abilene.
Trade up at Jerry's Hyundai in Weatherford.
Get our lowest prices on hundreds of new Hyundais.
At Jerry's Hyundai, save $5,000 off 2015 Elantras.
Or 0 APR for 60 months with no payments for 90 days.
Hurry to Jerry's Hyundai in Weatherford.
Back at Shotwell Stadium in Abilene, Texas, Brock, they only took it a net of 62, but I think you and I added it up, and they went 137 yards after 5 holding penalties here in the first half. I really think that they're a better team than their opponent, but you can't do this into the halftime. Into the postseason. It's going to shoot you in the foot.
Yeah, I really think they were trying some different plays. When they started that drive, they ran 4 back-to-back bread-and-butter plays, toss outside, toss inside the tackle, toss up the middle, and they got 3 or 4 first downs in a row. As a matter of fact, I wrote down that Tyler had he touched it 3 times and had 3 first downs in those first 4 or 5 plays. And then they tried to do some other things, and next thing you know, there are some holding penalties and other things going on. It didn't look like the normal disciplined Brock offense.
Bryce Nye will kick it to Warren, Barnett. The ball is loose on the ground, fumbled the snap, and it's going to be picked up by number 90 for Jim Ned. Bryce Nye kicked it to Marcus Hayden. He fumbled the ball. It fell backwards and eventually was covered up by the freshman defensive tackle for Jim Ned. They will start 1st and 10, ball on their own 10-yard line.
That could have easily been a turnover right there. 3 Brock guys had the ball. They just didn't cover it up good and secure it. It popped out. It went another 10 yards back toward the goal line. Somehow Jim Ned came up with it. That could have been a big play right there.
3:03, plenty of time to start a drive. Shotgun formation, 3 running backs in the backfield. Dottie will give it to Hayden up the middle, and he is stopped before he can gain any yardage on the play. Number 57, Mikey Golden, his 2nd start of the season, and he's got another tackle. They're going to be 2nd and 10 as Hayden will check out.
Hayden looks a little gimpy as he's going off the sidelines.
Number 6, Matthew Fisher, the running back senior, will check in.
I'm not sure Jim Ned knows what to do without 20 on the field. He's their main rusher, their main reception leader. I don't know if they know what to do now. Who's the backup for Hayden?
We'll keep an eye out for Hayden on the sideline and see what his status is. I think that's changed Jim Ned's thinking. They're letting time run all the way down. They're going to give it up the middle. Goodness, big hit in the backfield by number 57, Mikey Golden. Knife through the line, and he tackles Matthew Fisher for a loss of 2 on the play with 2.5 minutes remaining here before halftime.
Making a few changes on personnel for the defense. Patino's going in for Waller. Pike Langford's still in. Corcoran's in, and Tyler Skelton.
Want to remind you the second quarter is brought to you by Teskey Saddle Shop, located right west of Weatherford off of the Dennis Road exit. Shotgun formation. Going to throw Dotton way high, almost intercepted by Gray. Miscommunication by number 24, Tyler Bradshaw. He ran a go route, and Dottie thought he was going to stop on a 12-yard hitch, and if he'd thrown it a little further to the left, it would have been a pick 6 for Tyler Gray. Nevertheless, it's a Brock defensive Envy Day Spa stop. Shea Easterling will stand in his end zone to kick this one off. Good snap. The kick is up, almost blocked by number 22 for Brock. Ball's going to hit on the 40 to the 45-yard line. And they're going to let that one roll to the 49 of Brock, where it will be picked up. That is where Brock will start. Minute 35, plenty of time. We'll take a break, bring it right back to you. 36-7, Brock leads Jim Ned before halftime.
The year-end event is on at Jerry's GMC.
Get huge year-end discounts on the largest GM inventory in Texas.
Save $6,000 off Yukons.
$7,000 off Sierra Denali diesels.
Come out our way and trade your way.
At Jerry's GMC in Weatherford.
Brock's got a minute left before halftime. Bowman going to roll to his right, looking, going to throw, caught by Warren. That is going to be a pickup of 12, a First National Bank first down. Brock hustles to the line of scrimmage. They're actually going to mark him inbounds, so the play will stop before the chains set, and then we'll roll again. Bowman commanding the troops, 3 receivers to the left. Gray in the backfield with Bowman. Bowman will roll to the left all day to throw. Going to throw across the middle. Great catch, caught at the 15, to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown, Brock. Trent Corcoran, and a good route. He got underneath the safety and over the top of the linebacker, and that's the best ball Bowman thrown all day. You know why? Because he set his feet.
He got back there. He set his feet. He knew he had good blocking on the outside from Tyler Gray. He let that play develop. He gave it a chance, put the ball right between the number, well, actually on the number because he's just number 2. He took the ball, kept running, in stride, crossed the end zone, touchdown. It was less than 5 plays. I was wanting less than 5 plays. That was only 2 plays.
They had a minute 35. They only used 23 seconds with a minute 12 remaining. Bryce Nye set for the Plains Capital Bank extra point, and he missed it wide to the left, so it's going to leave it at 42-7, 1:12 remaining here in the second quarter. Want to let you know that touchdown was brought to you by Guild Mortgage. Looking to refinance your home and get money for that project that you've been putting off? Call Jennifer Morris at 817-995-1156. If it's a new pool, extra garage, or a kitchen remodel, let Guild Mortgage be the ones to cut you your check. Again, that's 817-995-1156. Guild Mortgage is an equal housing lender, NLMS 3274. Well, Eric, we've seen some good things, we've seen some bad things, but nevertheless, we lead by 35 just before halftime, so you got to be happy with that.
You got to be happy with that. Obviously, the things that you're not happy with is holding when we don't need to hold, offsides when we don't need to be offsides, and some of that is just, I don't know if it's a couple of new players, a couple of players that are out today, whatever it is. It's not going to be good enough for the coaches. They're going to demand excellence from their players. The players are going to demand excellence from their teammates and look for some nice adjustments at halftime from the coaches.
Bryce Nye will set for the Reese and Piper team of Century 21 Lynch and Associates kickoff. It'll be caught at the 15-yard line, moving up to the 20 to the 25 to the 30 and down at the 33-yard line. That is number 20, Marcus Hayden. Number 2, Riley Leavenworth. We've still yet to see Marcus Hayden back on the field. We'll wait to see if he jogs back out. 1:06 remaining here before halftime. Do you think do you try and do something right here if you're Jim Ned, or just don't give Brock the opportunity? They still got 2 timeouts left.
Those last couple of throws that Dottie has attempted have not looked very good. He can throw the ball decently. He has a good motion. He just doesn't set his feet at the right time. He doesn't hitch step on the short passes, and you just cannot do those underneath passes like that.
Dottie will take the snap. He will give it to the right-hand side. That's going to be number 6, Matthew Fisher, in the place for looks to be the injured Marcus Hayden. He's going to no gain on the play. 53 seconds and counting remaining here before halftime. Hayden has his helmet off and is on the bench being examined by the trainer.
When the other teams play Brock, when Letty goes out, they say, oh, crap, here comes Tyler. When Tyler goes out, they say, oh, crap, here comes Letty. When Jim Ned Hayden goes out, they're saying, who is the other guy? Well, now we know who the other guy is, and it's not Hayden.
The other guy is number 6, Matthew Fisher, the senior. He's been unable to do anything. Play action pass, Dottie under pressure. He is going to be sacked into the backfield. It will be a loss of 6 on the play, and that is number
Carson Langen, 88.
88 for Brock. Carson Langen will get a sack of 6 on the play, and Jim Ned is just going to let the second half roll out. 42-7, Brock leads at halftime. It is all Brock. You're listening to Brock Football, brought to you by JPS Productions. We'll bring it back for the Lambs Print Shop halftime show after a word from our sponsors.
Lightfoot Mechanical has provided prompt, professional, and friendly service to residential and commercial customers throughout the Weatherford and Fort Worth region. We specialize in air conditioning, heating, and plumbing services, from installations to repairs and preventative maintenance. Quality, customer satisfaction, and integrity are our top priorities. Lightfoot Mechanical, we're the good guys.
Worthington Realty and Investments Incorporated has been in business for 30 years and has always put our clients first. We like to say we have hometown service and hometown pride. Mark and Dottie Worthington have both been Realtor of the Year and Board of Realtors Presidents. Mark is a recent past president of the Weatherford Chamber of Commerce. Avid supporters of football from the Pee-wees to the pros. Proud to have 11-year veteran and current number 91 of the Dallas Cowboys in our family.
The year-end event is on at Jerry's Buick.
Get huge year-end discounts on every new Buick in stock.
Save $5,000 off Enclave.
Or 0 APR for 60 months on any new Buick.
Come out our way and trade your way.
At Jerry's Buick in Weatherford.
Looking for fast, reliable wireless internet service in the Brock area? Well, look no further. Sarah Networks is locally owned and one of the most diverse internet service providers in North Texas. With over 6,000 square miles of high-speed wireless service area, we've got you covered. Your internet is our priority. Go to sarahnet.net or give us a call at 817-259-1100 to get you hooked up. Sarah Networks is a proud sponsor of Brock Eagle football and all of Brock Nation.
The year-end event is on at Jerry's GMC.
Get huge year-end discounts on the largest GM inventory in Texas.
Save $6,000 off Yukons.
$7,000 off Sierra Denali diesels.
Come out our way and trade your way.
At Jerry's GMC in Weatherford.
Are you gaining weight, feeling tired, suffering from a lack of concentration, or feel like you passed your prime? Call Envy, a medical day spa and wellness center, to discuss having your testosterone level checked today. 817-599-9902. Dr. Chris Wasterhuizen at Envy, a medical day spa and wellness center, has been successfully performing bioidentical hormone replacement for men and women for the last decade. Call Envy to make your appointment now. 817-599-9902.
Trade in and trade up at Jerry's Hyundai in Weatherford.
Get our lowest prices on hundreds of new Hyundais.
At Jerry's Hyundai, save $5,000 off 2015 Elantras.
Or 0 APR for 60 months with no payments for 90 days.
Hurry to Jerry's Hyundai in Weatherford.
Hello, my name is Gary Lightfoot. I'm the President and CEO of Lightfoot Mechanical. A couple things you might like to know about Lightfoot Mechanical is we're family owned and operated and been serving North Texas for over 30 years. The three main things that I would like for you to know about Lightfoot Mechanical is number one is we try to hire, retain, and train the best people in the industry, bar none. From our service technicians to our comfort consultants to our office people, they're going to be the best and they're going to be the best well trained. You can guarantee that. Number two is that we try to provide you with the ultimate customer service experience. From our technicians, when they enter your home, they will put on shoe covers and respect your property. You will receive a courtesy call when a technician is on the way to let them know they're about to come to your home. And the final thing, we do business with honesty, integrity in everything that we do. It's ingrained in our family as part of our company culture, and you can count on that. I would invite you to go by our website. We have over 150 current customer reviews, so you can read for yourself how we've done. Thank you.
The year-end event is on at Jerry's Buick.
Get huge year-end discounts on every new Buick in stock.
Save $5,000 off Enclave.
Or 0 APR for 60 months on any new Buick.
Come out our way and trade your way.
At Jerry's Buick in Weatherford.
Looking for fast, reliable wireless internet service in the Brock area? Well, look no further. Sarah Networks is locally owned and one of the most diverse internet service providers in North Texas. With over 6,000 square miles of high-speed wireless service area, we've got you covered. Your internet is our priority. Go to sarahnet.net or give us a call at 817-259-1100 to get you hooked up. Sarah Networks is a proud sponsor of Brock Eagle football and all of Brock Nation. Realty and Investments Incorporated has been in business for 30 years and has always put our clients first. We like to say we have hometown service and hometown pride. Mark and Dottie Worthington have both been Realtor of the Year and Board of Realtors Presidents. Mark is a recent past president of the Weatherford Chamber of Commerce. Avid supporters of football from the Pee-wees to the pros. Proud to have 11-year veteran and current number 91 of the Dallas Cowboys in our family. Are you gaining weight, feeling tired, suffering from a lack of concentration, or feel like you passed your prime? Call Envy, a medical day spa and wellness center, to discuss having your testosterone level checked today. 817-599-9902. Dr. Chris Wasterhuizen at Envy, a medical day spa and wellness center, has been successfully performing bioidentical hormone replacement for men and women for the last decade. Call Envy to make your appointment now. 817-599-9902.
Welcome back to Shotwell Stadium in Abilene, Texas. You're listening to the Lambs Print Shop halftime show, as well as on Brock Football, brought to you by JPS Productions. 20 minutes remaining here before the second half. Brock leads Jim Ned 42-7. Going into the break, Eric and I kind of talked about how to break down the first half. We wrote down some things that stuck out to us the most. The first one that I look at is the penalties. Brock has had over close to, if not over 100 yards of penalties in the first half. And, you know, like I said, a blowout of 42-7 is good, but you're working your kids too hard. You're working yourselves too hard if you can't execute without having any penalties. And Eric, it's going to be critical that they get that going here as we move forward into the postseason.
Well, I feel pretty confident that the coaches are talking about those things right now. That the biggest part of those penalties is that they didn't need to do the penalties. That the quarterback was not in danger of getting tackled on a couple of the holding calls. There was no need for the offsides. Plus, I forgot about the quick snap that Tristan did, where they didn't even call a penalty. But we didn't, in essence, we got a busted play. We didn't get any yardage out of that. But I feel confident that the coaches are discussing those things. They're talking about discipline. They're talking about keeping your teammates accountable. They're talking about we're not going to be able to do these kind of things as we go forward and think we're going to be successful. Even though, you know, today they're up 42-7. The first 29 points were real quick. They'd run 10 plays to get 29 points. And I think they've run 20 more plays, and they've only gotten 13 points out of the next 20.
There are a lot of mistakes by Brock, but it's a blowout so far because of the mistakes by Jim Ned. You have a block punt. You give Brock 18 yards to score. The very next drive, you throw an interception. You give them 10 yards to score, and then you give up a big 68-yard run by Tyler Gray, and so 21 points scored in a minute and 38. After that, it seemed to kind of mellow out for Brock, and one of the reasons why they were unable to get the ball moving is because there was kind of an inconsistency by the quarterback. Now, I'm not at all going to jump on Bowman because I know how great of a player that he is, because when he sets his feet, he can thread a needle like he did on the final score of the first half is when he hit Corcoran. He threw it over the linebacker and underneath the safety, and you got to put it right on the money in order to complete that pass and not be an interception. When you don't set your feet and you don't use good technique, even though you got guys wide open, there's underthrow and overthrow. And if he can just fix that and maybe calm down just a little bit, I know it's the playoffs, it's really going to be something impressive to watch when he's able to hit those guys and complete passes to Titus Gossett on that bootleg and hit for another touchdown.
Last week, Seth was 10 for 10, and I thought he had his best throwing game. I even went up to him and said, "Hey, man, I just want to let you know that's the best game I've seen you throwing the ball." Today, as terrible as he seems, he's 5 for 8 for 100 yards and 2 touchdown passes. Now that's not so bad, but the 3 that were incomplete, it seemed like they were there. He's going to need to let those plays develop, throw the ball a little bit earlier so he didn't have to throw it so hard. And I think he'll come back this second half with a vengeance and want to show, hey, I'm still good. I just had a couple off throws, and I'll make it up to you guys. Don't even worry about it.
Want to let you know the halftime show is brought to you by Lamb's Print Shop, family owned and operated. With over 40 years of experience, Lamb's Print Shop is perfect for all your printing needs. Located in Weatherford on 200 Santa Fe Drive, call them at 817-598-1191 or email lambsprintshop@yahoo.com. For stats, we'd like to thank Scott Bowman, and I'm going to turn it to my partner in crime, Eric Morris, to tell us what we did in the first half.
Well, Brock's been averaging 503.7 yards per game this season, 5,037 yards in 10 games. Already in this first half, they've gotten 389 yards, so they're way ahead of their average. And even though they've scored quite a bit and they've got quite a few yards, I know 2 of the touchdowns were probably less than 20 or 30 yards distance-wise. So a lot of this yardage, I'm going to say not a lot. I'm not going to say a lot. I'm going to say 20 or 30, maybe 40 yards of this yardage is gaining 10 or 20 yards, getting 10 or 20 yards of penalties, gaining that 10 or 20 yards again, and getting more penalties. I'm positive that that's some of this yardage that they're scoring on short fields and still able to get a lot of yardage. I know Letty had that 70-yard run. He's got 109 yards so far in the first half on 8 attempts. Tyler Gray has 114 yards on 9 attempts. Tyler has 3 touchdowns, and Letty has 1. The other player who's done some good work, of course, is Warren. 2 carries for 34 yards. Receiving-wise, Corcoran, 1 catch for 39 yards. The one you saw, I think was that 4th down or 3rd and long? Something like that. 3rd and long. He made that catch for a touchdown. Cooper Warren, 1 for 12. Gossett, 1 for 19. That one that he caught for a touchdown. And then Letty French caught 1 for 10 yards. So they've got 100 yards passing. They've got 290 yards rushing for a 390-yard first half. Not bad for a team that's struggling with some penalties, struggling with some completions, but still up at halftime 42-7.
You and I can talk about it all day because we're very critical. Both of us played this game, so we look more towards perfection that we do the good things. And they played a heck of a first half. The numbers don't lie. It shows. What I want to talk about is going on to the defense. Very good coverage. They're outmanned in height, and with the big 2-6'5" wide receivers that Jim Ned has had, they've really only given up 1 catch, and it was a falling backwards. Looked very close to the Odell Beckham catch with Gray underneath and Skelton over the top. But 2 times tonight I've seen blown coverage by the Brock secondary, which they don't do. And the quarterback for Jim Ned, Dottie, just didn't make a good throw. You know they're going to come back into the second half, go right after that secondary because there was some things that were open. When you're Brock into the halftime, what are you telling your secondary to look for coming out?
Well, the receivers for Jim Ned, number 4, Dylan McCoy, the sophomore, had 1 catch for 30 yards. Number 24, Tyler Bradshaw, had 1 catch for 20 yards. Those 2 catches amount for their 50 yards of receiving yards. And then rushing, they had about 40 yards. So they had around 94 total yards of offense in that first half. And 50 of it was on 2 catches. One, the first play of the game, or the first play that they got, it was first play of the game. And another one was a little bit later on. They caught that over-the-shoulder ball to number 4. Those 2 plays are the only 2 decent completions that they've had. And I think Brock was trying to use some of their starting normal defensive backs And then when they recognize the actual size of these defenders, they decide they're going to put some different personnel in there, put Corcoran in there. I think they're going to try to use Cooper Warren if they need to, Hayden Waller if they need to, get some taller guys in there. Waller's about 6'3", Warren's about 6 foot tall. Corcoran's about 6 foot tall. Get some of their taller DBs who are still athletic. They're very athletic, and they can go up and try to cover those receivers. It's a little bit harder for the shorter guys. This week, it's not that these other guys are fast. It's just that they're taller. And when they're throwing those fade routes and throwing it up, it's harder for the shorter guys to make that adjustment up to a higher level of being able to knock the ball away. But they will. They work hard. Tyler works hard. Both Tyler Skelton and Tyler Gray both work hard defensively, keeping the ball from getting to the defenders. A couple of times it looked like early that they were putting an underneath man and an over-the-top man coverage-wise on the receivers, keeping them from catching the ball. That's when Jim Ned started going to a more running offense. They were able to get some success running the ball. That brought some of those defenders back inside. Then they tried to go back outside of the receivers, and the quarterback just wasn't able to get rid of the ball. The defensive line was in there quick. They had a couple of sacks on him. It's going to be a struggle for Jim Ned to do what we always talk about. There are three things of somebody to throw it, somebody to catch it, and time to be able to do those things. He's had some open receivers. He throws the ball decent enough. Right now he just hasn't had enough time in the backfield to be able to set his feet and throw the ball.
The reason he hasn't had enough time are three key players and three guys that one is getting his first start on the day, the other one is getting his second, and the third has lost playing time due to an injury. They've come back and been a benefit, and that is the sophomore special teams guru, but now I'm just going to call him a triple threat at all three phases of the game. Filling in for the injured Zane Young, Dawson Littlepage having a heck of a game. Mikey Golden, I know, at least saw 3 tackles for loss. His second start this season, the junior 5'9", 215, and number 35, Caden Fain, the senior. All three of these guys are making a bigger impact than most of the starters, not taking anything away from them. But what's important about having fresh legs into the postseason?
You're exactly right. When they ran that middle screen earlier, and they threw that ball right to Caden Fain, he just happened to be in the right place, and that's what the coaches stress. Do your job, be in the right place, play your responsibility, do your job. The good things are going to happen. But, yeah, Caden Fain's been out a couple of games. Littlepage has just been mainly on kickoff coverage and kickoff return. Now he's getting in. Well, he had some mop-up duty in some of the other games, but now he's really getting a lot of time at the linebacker position where he's having to go sideline to sideline. That's tougher to do than just playing defensive end where he was helping out earlier. But now he's getting to see what it looks like from behind the line, and he's doing a heck of a job. He's got fresh legs, like you say, and then also Mikey Golden getting in there doing some things. He got some playing time last week. I know we called his name a few times, and it's good to see him doing some things. I know the coaches always expect everybody to do good every time they're out there. Mikey's a little, he's got fresh legs, but he's a little newer to the varsity spot. And he's going to make some mistakes, but he's going to make up for them next time.
Under 10 minutes remaining here at halftime in the Lamb's Print Shop halftime show. You're listening to Brock Football, brought to you by JPS Productions. Eric Morris, Jake Reed into the booth. You talked about how the running game started to go for Jim Ned. They were able to get something going with Marcus Hayden. After he scores the touchdown, he comes back up in the drive before halftime in what we think is an injury. Didn't come back in. Matthew Fisher, the senior running back, comes in, not near the 1,000-yard rusher that Hayden is. If they lose Hayden for the second half, it's going to be a coin flip, in my opinion, because you're unable to get the ball past. You hadn't done any completions, and Fisher just can't get the ball moving across the line as he's just being bottled up pretty by the Brock defensive line. What's your game plan going in if 20's out of the game?
Well, here's exactly what you're saying. Number 20 has 10 attempts for 55 yards. Now, think about that. 10 attempts, 55 yards, okay? Their total rushing yards for the first half is 40 yards. So without Hayden, all the other people together touching the ball have lost 15 yards. He's the only one with positive numbers, and he got 55. So without him running the ball, I don't think they have someone who's a rushing threat back there. That means they're going to have to throw the ball. That means all of a sudden Brock does their underneath and over-the-top coverage again. It's going to be hard to complete the passes, and then that's going to give the defensive line an opportunity to pin their ears back and get after the quarterback, and that's not going to be fun for Dottie, I can guarantee you that.
Tonight's halftime show is brought to you by Lamb's Print Shop. Greg and Diane have been in business for over 40 years, from business cards, letterheads, and wedding invitations to binding, cutting, and padding. Let Lamb's Print Shop take care of your printing needs. Located in Weatherford on 200 Santa Fe Drive, call them at 817-598-1191 or email lambsprintshop@yahoo.com. The blow-up entrances are up. Brock is heading out of the locker room, coming out to stretch. Just under 7 minutes remaining here before the second half. We're going to take a break, bring it right back for kickoff. You're listening to Brock Football, brought to you by JPS Productions.
The year-end event is on at Jerry's GMC.
Get huge year-end discounts on the largest GM inventory in Texas.
Save $6,000 off Yukons.
$7,000 off Sierra Denali diesels.
Come out our way and trade your way.
At Jerry's GMC in Weatherford.
Covington Realty and Investments Incorporated has been in business for 30 years and has always put our clients first. We like to say we have hometown service and hometown pride. Mark and Dottie Worthington have both been Realtor of the Year and Board of Realtors Presidents. Mark is a recent past president of the Weatherford Chamber of Commerce. Avid supporters of football from the Pee-wees to the pros. Proud to have 11-year veteran and current number 91 of the Dallas Cowboys in our family. Lightfoot Mechanical, air conditioning, heating, plumbing, and spray foam insulation is family owned and operated and has been serving North Texas for more than 30 years. Lightfoot Mechanical, we're the good guys.
The year-end event is on at Jerry's Buick.
Get huge year-end discounts on every new Buick in stock.
Save $5,000 off Enclave.
Or 0 APR for 60 months on any new Buick.
Come out our way and trade your way.
At Jerry's Buick in Weatherford.
Looking for fast, reliable wireless internet service in the Brock area? Well, look no further. Sarah Networks is locally owned and one of the most diverse internet service providers in North Texas. With over 6,000 square miles of high-speed wireless service area, we've got you covered. Your internet is our priority. Go to sarahnet.net or give us a call at 817-259-1100 to get you hooked up. Sarah Networks is a proud sponsor of Brock Eagle football and all of Brock Nation.
Hello, my name is Gary Lightfoot. I'm the President and CEO of Lightfoot Mechanical. A couple things you might like to know about Lightfoot Mechanical is we're family owned and operated and been serving North Texas for over 30 years. The three main things that I would like for you to know about Lightfoot Mechanical is number one is we try to hire, retain, and train the best people in the industry, bar none. From our service technicians to our comfort consultants to our office people, they're going to be the best and they're going to be the best well trained. You can guarantee that. Number two is that we try to provide you with the ultimate customer service experience. From our technicians, when they enter your home, they will put on shoe covers and respect your property. You will receive a courtesy call when a technician is on the way to let them know they're about to come to your home. The final thing, we do business with honesty, integrity in everything that we do. It's ingrained in our family as part of our company culture, and you can count on that. I would invite you to go by our website. We have over 150 current customer reviews, so you can read for yourself how we've done. Thank you.
Lightfoot Mechanical, air conditioning, heating, plumbing, and spray foam insulation is family owned and operated, and it's been serving North Texas for more than 30 years. Lightfoot Mechanical, we're the good guys. When choosing a propane delivery company for your home or business, Texas Butane Company in Weatherford is the right choice for all your propane needs. Family owned and operated for more than 50 years. Whether it's heating homes, swimming pools, or backyard barbecues, they are there for you every step of the way. With a dedicated service team and experienced set of licensed propane drivers, Texas Butane Company is ready to serve all your propane needs, large or small. Call them at 817-594-2612.
The year-end event is on at Jerry's GMC.
Get huge year-end discounts on the largest GM inventory in Texas.
Save $6,000 off Yukons.
$7,000 off Sierra Denali diesels.
Come out our way and trade your way.
At Jerry's GMC in Weatherford.
For over 30 years, Lightfoot Mechanical has provided prompt, professional, and friendly service to residential and commercial customers throughout the Weatherford and Fort Worth region. We specialize in air conditioning, heating, and plumbing services, from installations to repairs and preventative maintenance. Quality, customer satisfaction, and integrity are our top priorities. Lightfoot Mechanical, we're the good guys. For over 30 years.
Welcome back to Shotwell Stadium. The start of the third quarter. Kickoff going to be taken by Tyler Gray at the 10, up to the 15, to the 20, to the 30, knocked down at the 45-yard line. Almost took it to the house, but Brock going to start a First National Bank first down ball on the 45-yard line. I'd like to let you know that the third quarter is brought to you by Worthington Realty. Bowman will set up in the shotgun formation, one receiver either side. Going to bring Warren in motion. Going to give it to him on the end. Going to give it to French right up the middle. And that is a pickup of 5 on the play. And Eric, a little trickery going up, trying to show that they've gone to Warren on the end around a bunch and give it right up the middle to Gray and pick up a good gain on
that play right there is devastatingly frustrating to a defense. To see someone like Cooper Warren, 14 yards of carry going one way, Tyler Gray, 13 yards of carry going the other direction.
Bowman under center, 2 receivers, 2 running backs in the backfield. Going to go to Gray up to the 50, to the 40, and down at the 38-yard line, dragging tacklers with him left and right. Tackle going to be number 32 for Jim Nebb, but not after another pickup. First National Bank first down.
The bread and butter plays that Brock has been known for. The toss around the corner, the toss back up through the tackle, the toss back up the middle. Those are the bread and butter plays, and that's what they're doing right now.
Bowman under center, 2 running backs in the backfield, French and Gray. It'll go to French, to the 45, to the 30, 20, 10, 5. Did he get into the end zone? He didn't. He was knocked out of bounds on the 1-yard line. Excuse me, it wasn't Gray, it was Dawson Littlepage. And what has been the story all of the first half comes into the second half away in a holding penalty on Brock. Eric, they didn't do a very good job talking about it.
No, well, at least it wasn't the lineman that time. That was a downfield blocker. One of the receivers downfield, that he had that last back to beat, and he decided to grab him and then push him. Well, that grabbing part is when I saw that official grab for his flag, and he threw it, and then he pushed him and that's when the running back got down the field.
Because of the yardage gained, it will be repeat first down. Ball will be moved to the 44-yard line, 1st and 15. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Shotgun formation. Bowman holding his hands out. Play clock down to 10. Still don't have the play call in. Down to 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. They're going to have to take a timeout right here. It will be a Texas Butane timeout. We'll take one as well. 10:28 remaining here in the third quarter. Brock struggling up front, trying to move the ball. You're listening to Brock Football, brought to you by JPS Productions.
When choosing a propane delivery company for your home or business, Texas Butane Company in Weatherford is the right choice for all your propane needs. Family owned and operated for more than 50 years. Whether it's heating homes, swimming pools, or backyard barbecues, they are there for you every step of the way. With a dedicated service team and experienced set of licensed propane drivers, Texas Butane Company is ready to serve all your propane needs, large or small. Call them at 817-594-2612.
Out of the Texas Butane timeout here back at Shotwell Stadium. 10:28 remaining in the third quarter. Brock, a big pickup by Dawson Littlepage for almost 38 yards back on a holding penalty, and now 1st and 15, ball on the 44-yard line. Bowman in the shotgun formation with Gray to his right. They're going to go screen to the left-hand side. Oh, great play. That's number 2. For Jim Ned, that is Riley Leavenworth, who knifes through, makes a great tackle on Trent Corcoran. No gain on the play, 2nd and 15, ball still on the 44.
That's a quick catch and release, quick screen, slip screen play. Try to get it out to Letty out there. The defender just made a really good play, busting through the block and making that tackle.
Tight formation, Bowman under center. They're going to give it to the right-hand side, break up to the 40, driving forward. It looks to be Gray. It will be a pickup of 8, but it will bring up 3rd down and another 8. As Brock, again, shoots themselves. They're going to run out of pinky toes and toes all to begin with, and another holding penalty. I believe that's their 8th of the day. So now they got 3rd and 8 after having to pick up 10.
Brock hadn't been in the huddle in a while, doing the old no huddle, not hurry up offense right now.
Bowman with 3 wideouts to the left. He'll roll that direction, looking, throwing across.
Feet.
Great catch.
Touchdown.
To the 20, to the 10, to the 5, touchdown. Same touchdown they scored with Trent Corcoran on the final play before halftime, and Bowman set his feet and launched a rifle into Corcoran, and he cuts to the left and runs 32 yards for the Guild Mortgage touchdown. 48-7 in the third quarter, pending the Plains Capital Bank extra point.
That's just what we were talking about earlier. It doesn't really matter if they have 3rd and 10, 4th and 10, 2nd and 40, whatever. If the players do their job, do the footwork, do the mechanics, those kind of things happen. Seth set his feet, threw a strike, touchdown, Brock Eagles.
This Brock Extra Point is brought to you by Plains Capital Bank. Plains Capital Bank has 2 locations in Parker County, 1001 Santa Fe Drive in Weatherford and 126 South Ranch House Road, Suite 400 in Willa Park. Call 817-598-5400. Plains Capital Bank is a proud sponsor of Brock Eagle football. Brock up 49-7, 9-11 remaining here in the first round of the 3A Division I playoffs. Take a break, bring it right back. You're listening to Brock Football, brought to you by JPS Productions.
Worthington Realty and Investments Incorporated has been in business for 30 years and has always put our clients first. We like to say we have hometown service and hometown pride. Mark and Dottie Worthington have both been Realtor of the Year and Board of Realtors Presidents. Mark is a recent past president of the Weatherford Chamber of Commerce. Avid supporters of football from the Pee-wees to the pros. Proud to have 11-year veteran and current number 91 of the Dallas Cowboys in our family.
Back here at Shotwell Stadium in the third quarter, 9-11 remaining, Brock up 49-7. Third quarter brought to you by Worthington Realty. Worthington Realty and Investments Incorporated has been in business 30-plus years. and has always put their clients first. They'd like to say they have hometown spirit and hometown pride. Call Mark and Dottie Worthington at 817-594-0291 or visit worthington-realestate.com. Kick by Bryce Nice to the left, fielded by number 2 for Jim Ned. Riley Leavenworth breaks a couple tackles and then is taken down at the 30-yard line, and it will be 1st and 10. Jim Ned with 70 yards to cover, and we do not have Marcus Hayden in the backfield. It will be Matthew Fisher, so we'll be anxious to see the personnel or the plays that will be called from here on out. Shotgun formation, they're going to give it to Fisher to right, breaks a tackle up to the 30, breaks another tackle to the 35, and a nice pickup of 5 on the play by Fisher. That's the best run he's had.
Well, he got an extra 3 yards because when he got tackled from behind, and when the tackle finished, he got another 3 yards out of it just from falling forward.
Like to thank our title sponsor tonight, Lightfoot Mechanical Air Conditioning, Heating, and Plumbing. And Spray Foam Installation is family owned and operated and has been serving North Texas for more than 30 years. Call 817-596-0309. Early start, high throw over the head of number 8, Shea Easterling. Boy, that was a pretty good throw, but it just out the outstretched arms. Even better coverage by Tyler Gray, who was right in the face to the big wideout. Boy, there is some false start going down here. The entire offensive line to the right, as well as both wideouts closest to you and I, took off and nobody threw a flag. That's been going on all night, so I'm anxious to see what continues to happen. Same formation, two wideouts to the right. They're going to motion the tight end across, give it to Fisher, who breaks a tackle to 40 and is upended, but not after he picks up a first down.
That's the exact same play they ran 2 plays ago. They have that one receiver in the backfield. He's motioned from the left side of the line to the right side of the line. He gets the lead block. They hand it to him on a little zone read type look, and he just ran through there, got 5 yards, picked up first down. Maybe they have something going on here.
2 receivers either side, shotgun formation. Fisher in the backfield. Brock took out the center. That was the nose tackle for Brock. I won't give a number to embarrass anybody, but when you're right over the football, it's hard to can believe that you can jump off sides. So we've got some hard count going down. Jim Ned changing some things up.
And when you're a nose guard, you can't see the quarterback's head bobble when he's back there 4 yards deep. You're listening for the sound. Normally, sometimes when you do those hard counts, you see those quarterbacks, they'll bob their head real quick forward or backwards. And he didn't even see that. I don't know what happened there.
1st and 5, ball on the 47-yard line of Jim Ned. Same formation. They're going to fake it under pressure immediately. Doughty had to move up forward in a sack on the play. Mikey Golden, I might as well just call 57 all day long. He gets his, I believe that's his 4th tackle for loss and his 2nd sack of the night, and they push him back 2 yards, 2nd and 7.
There's that third part of the triangle on the throwing it, catching it, giving him time right there. That's not giving him time. The offensive line not giving him time. He's 4 yards back behind the ball, and Mikey Golden is getting back to the quarterback almost about the same time the ball's getting back there. He didn't have time to even get it and grab it good, and Mikey Golden's right there on him.
Pistol formation, they'll motion the fullback across. They're going to give it to Fisher. He's met in the backfield. He's not going to get anything. That's number 22, Jordan Andre, who makes a tackle for no gain. 3rd and 7, looking for another Brock Envy Day defensive stop. Go ahead.
That's the same play that they ran the 2 times earlier when they got the 5 yards, except that time they went the other direction, handed it off to the other direction. When 12 looks like he's doing something that you would say was a zone read type play where he goes one way, he hands it off and looking for an end to make some kind of play, but there's no run threat from number 12. He runs it on messed up pass plays, but not usually on running plays.
They'll take the fullback out, put another wide receiver in. That's the big number 8, Shea Easterling. Hard count, and now Jim Ned doesn't like what they see, so they'll take a timeout. We'll take one as well. Texas Butane timeout. 6:18 remaining here in the 3rd quarter. Brock leads Jim Ned 49-0.
When choosing a propane delivery company for your home or business, Texas Butane Company in Weatherford is the right choice for all your propane needs. Family owned and operated for more than 50 years. Whether it's heating homes, swimming pools, or backyard barbecues, they are there for you every step of the way. With a dedicated service team and experienced set of licensed propane drivers, Texas Butane Company is ready to serve all your propane needs, large or small. Call them at 817-594-2612.
Back at Shotwell Stadium in Abilene, Texas, out of the Texas Butane timeout. Texas Butane Company serving all of Parker and surrounding counties for more than 50 years. They offer everything from propane tank sales and leasing to gas logs, heaters, and home appliances, both gas and electric. Call 817-594-2612. Go Eagles. Shotgun formation. Dottie will look. Three-step drop, going to throw high, incomplete, intended for number 24, Tyler Bradshaw. He had heat in his face, and guess what? It's 57. Mikey Golden is just finding something with that left guard that he is just able to take over, and number 76, Dylan Burnett, can't stop him.
Right there was a quick snap to the quarterback in the shotgun. He didn't even have time to grab the laces the way he wanted to. And when you don't have the ability to grab the laces, you can't have the accuracy that you want. That ball sailed on him, went way over the receiver's head, and then he got naked down pretty quick. He's happy to get off the field.
Shea Easterling will stand back to kick it. It's a good kick. End over end will hit at the 20-yard line, take a Jim Ned bounce and fielded right at about the 18. It is down by number 7, Hunter McCorkle. Brock will take over on a First National Bank first down at around the 18-yard line. We saw some good things. Here's what I want to see. I want to see a drive, no matter how long it is, I want to see a drive without any penalties, because that's really what you got to practice on. Technique, hold your block. Your running backs are so fast, there's no really reason to sit there and just, you can shadow block.
The last time when we talked about 10 plays, 29 points, they haven't had a drive without penalties since then.
Bowman in the shotgun, one receiver either side. Going to fake it to Gray and keep it himself up to the 20-yard line, up to the 25 to the 30, and knocked down at the 34-yard line. That's a First National Bank first down.
That is going to be, if Brock's able to be successful today, that's going to be a lot to handle for teams going forward. Now you got Cooper Warren going this way, Tyler Gray going this way, Leonard Fritz going this way, and oh, by the way, and he gets a first down.
Ball on the 34-yard line, two receivers to the right. They're going to fake it and go the screen to Warren on the left side, 35. Breaks a tackle, but is eventually tackled after a pickup of 4. Be second down and 6 with 5:35 remaining here in the third quarter.
Normally on that slip screen, you'll see a lineman slip outside and come out there and try to get a block on one of those defenders. And that time, like earlier, on that slip screen, the defender got in there and made a quick tackle. He only got 5 yards. It could have gone a lot further, but that was a good play by the defense.
Corcoran is the lone wideout all the way down here closest to us. Bowman goes from under center and now is trying to figure out, he's trying to get his troops in the right-hand side. Moves Little Pays to the right, unbalanced line that direction. They're going to hand it to Gray. Look out, big hole to the 40, 45, 50. It is going to be the 40 to the 30 to the 20 to the 10. He's going to score a touchdown, and unfortunately, I got to say it again, it is coming back on another holding penalty on Brock. And what I was trying to say earlier, and this is what I want to try as they're telling the wideout who held what was going on. You've got 3 guys, 4. I'll say 4. You got Patino, Little Page, Gray, and you've got Letty French. They're so fast. You don't need to hold your block. You have the ability not to have to hold your block for longer than about a second and then just kind of shadow, but you're negating these guys that are busting their tail to score, and that was on the backside, Eric.
And worse than that, because of the long run, he ran 60 yards. All the linemen ran 60 yards too to get ready for the extra point. Then they had to go all the way back. The linemen just ran 120 yards on a hold.
Ball on the 29-yard line of Brock. They're going to hand it to French, this time to the 30, to the 35, 40, up to midfield, 45, 40, 30, and taken down at around the 23-yard line. Good run by French. French, his run will catch. Gray had to take a break because he ran 68 yards and it didn't count. No flags on the play, and it's going to be a First National Bank first down. First National Bank is proud to support the Brock Eagles all the way to state. First National Bank of Weatherford, 817-598-4900, member FDIC. Bowman will bring Corcoran in motion. They'll give it a little, still going all the way to the 16-yard line, and that's another First National Bank first down. Dawson Littlepage getting work at running back.
One of the things that we had talking about is the opponents with their hands on their sides, bending over, cramping up. Number 6 now, it's playing tailback for Jim Ned, is also the defensive end for Jim Ned. So I don't think he's gone both ways probably this entire season. And now he's having to do it. He's laying on the ground, holding his hands on his hips.
They're going to bring Corcoran in motion, give it to Littlepage to the 10, to the 5, and touchdown. It was, Letty French, who's in from 16 yards. Great block. That play you talked about where they fake it to Warren and give it, you have to have the linebackers freeze, and it was just enough time for Letty French to take it 16 yards in for the Guild Mortgage touchdown. The touchdown brought to you by Guild Mortgage. For the lowest interest rates available, call Jennifer Morris at 817-995-1156. Guild Mortgage has loan programs available, including conventional, FHA, USDA, VA, and even a down payment assist program. Don't let credit stop you from calling them. They can help you. 817-995-1156. Guild Mortgage is an equal housing lender, NLMS 3274. The Plains Capital Bank, extra point is good by Bryce Nye, 56-7 with 3:42 remaining in the third quarter. You're listening to Brock Football, brought to you by JPS Productions.
The year-end event is on at Jerry's GMC.
Get huge year-end discounts on the largest GM inventory in Texas.
Save $6,000 off Yukons.
$7,000 off Sierra Denali diesels.
Come out our way and trade your way.
At Jerry's GMC in Weatherford.
Back at Shotwell Stadium, my partner in crime is a little upset. His Eagles are leading 56-7, but they've had over 150 yards of penalties, and about 10 of them are all holding. And you're negating big plays, especially on Tyler Gray, who is seen to draw most of the runs for over 60 yards. 3 of them that have been taken back because of holding penalties. One happened on the backside of the play, and that's just lackadaisical.
And remember, he had that 79-yard run last week that got called back. I don't even remember that one. But one of the things we've talked about earlier in the season is that it looked like Dawson and Patino, when they're running, that they use those blocks ahead of them to make cuts going this way or that way. And so far this season, Letty and Tyler haven't really done that on the outside as much. They're running past them before they even block. So if I'm the blockers, I need to be watching my running backs, who's back there, and take advantage of what they do.
The younger brother, Noah Nye, takes the Reese Atkins and Piper Pardue Century 21 kickoff. It is fielded by number 2 Riley Leavenworth, who takes it up from the 20 to the 26-yard line. In on that play was also Parker Bounds, the freshman 170 defensive end. So now we're getting some substitutions in with some guys that they've brought up from the JV level, getting a chance to play on special teams.
Noah's been kicking on the JV this whole season. Or, well, actually the last 5 games. So he has some experience in kicking. He also does extra points for the JV.
Dottie will stand in the shotgun formation. They'll give it to the left side. It's a new running back. That's number 35, Jared Pentecost, the senior, who loses 3 on the play, and it's going to be a tackle by number 17. Again, Parker Bounds having his name called twice.
17 is Toby Morrison.
I'm sorry, Toby Morrison.
Yeah, here it is. They did some switching this week.
Okay.
17 is Toby Morrison. Here it is.
I apologize, Toby Morrison. I should have called your name. There's only 100 kids on this deal, and 70 of them have duplicate numbers. So I'll try my best.
Toby was number 34 on the JV this year, so he's half the number now and playing in the middle linebacker position.
Doty will take the shotgun throw intended for number 24, and there you talk about it. Had time that time, but overthrew. Wasn't even close into the first row of the stands, and a 3rd and 12 coming out.
Sometimes in the pocket you get a little gun shy when every time you get the ball, somebody's rushing you, having to let go of it real quick. That time he didn't need to let go of it real quick. He should have looked across the field and across the line of scrimmage to see some of the personnel changes on defense. Now he's got the 3rd and 4th string, or some 3rd and 4th string players out there. He needs to go ahead and set his feet and try to throw the ball, just see if he can get something going.
Shotgun formation, 2 receivers either side. Blitz up the middle, under pressure, and he's going to be sacked. Who knife through there? I believe that's going to be number 4, Zach Young, the younger brother of the All-American linebacker Zane Young, and that's going to be a Brock Defensive Envy Day Spa. Dr. Chris Wusterhausen at Envy Medical Day Spa and Wellness Center has been successfully performing bioidentical hormone replacement for men and women for the last decade. Call Envy to make your appointment now, 817-599-9902. Blocked, kick again, off Easterling leg, going to be picked up and into the end zone for a touchdown.
Jordan Andre
scoops up the block kick, and Brock picks it up and scores a touchdown, their second one of the night, and the second problem on special teams for Jim Ned. And Jordan Andre found him a gift. Came up the middle, didn't see who blocked it, but a great job by Jordan Andre realizing the ball, scoop and score, and now ready for the Plains Capital Bank extra point. Kyle Teal, the kicker who started the season, will have his chance to kick it again. 62-7, 2:12 remaining in the 3rd quarter. I'm sorry, it's going to be younger brother Nye.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Snaps down, kick. Oh man, great kick.
He's the younger brother.
That looked better than big brother. 2:12 remaining here in the 3rd quarter. 63-7, Brock leads Jim Ned after the blocked punt, scoop, and score by Jordan Andre. You're listening to Brock Football, brought to you by JPS Productions.
Worthington Realty and Investments Incorporated has been in business for 30 years and has always put our clients first. We like to say we have hometown service and hometown pride. Mark and Dottie Worthington have both been Realtor of the Year and Board of Realtors Presidents. Mark is a recent past president of the Weatherford Chamber of Commerce. Avid supporters of football from the Pee-wees to the pros. Proud to have 11-year veteran and current number 91 of the Dallas Cowboys in our family.
Jordan Andre found a gift after the block punt for Brock and picked it up on a scoop and score off of a Jim Ned. 63-7 remaining, 2:12 remaining here in the 3rd quarter. 3rd quarter brought to you by Worthington Realty. Mark and Dottie at Worthington Realty have been both Realtor of the Year and on the Board of Realtor Presidents. Mark is also the recent past president of the Weatherford Chamber of Commerce. They're avid supporters of football from the Pee-wees to the pros. Proud to have 11-year veteran and current number 91 of the Dallas Cowboys in their family. The younger Nye will kick it. It will bounce at the 20, going to be fielded at the 17, up to the 20 to the 25, and taken down across the 33. And that's where Jim Ned will start off. There's going to be some substitutions on defense. I'm going to try and get them as best as I can. Jogging off the field for that special teams play looks to be Jace Lopez, of the freshman, number 20. Hayden Waller checking in, and he is checking out the Patino. That's going to be Tanner.
You got the 2 freshmen, Zach Young and Toby Morrison, in there at your 2 linebackers. Other than that, looks like most everybody. Hayden Waller, like you said, looks like everybody else is regular people.
McCorkle in the backfield at running back. They'll fake the end around. It wasn't even close. Number 57, they've really got to figure out how to block Mikey Golden. That's his 5th tackle for loss. He's got 5 of them, including 2 sacks. He knifes in there through the offensive line and is able to take down, before the play even developed, Will Doty, and that's going to be a loss of 5 on the play, 2nd and 15.
If Mikey Golden thought the times he got his name called last week was a bunch, good night. He's on every play this time.
Oh, high snap. They lost the ball. They're going to dive on top of it. Jim Ned, that's going to be recovered by number 6, Matthew Fisher. Doty wasn't ready for the snap. Oh, my goodness, and we snapped the ball. Well, he snapped it because he wasn't ready for it, because our nose guard jumped off side. So they're going to get that 5 yards that they lost on the end around back. It's going to be 2nd and 10. And Brock, again, getting gifts on defense as they were on offense, and really got to correct those mistakes.
Well, besides the 2 freshman linebackers, you got Trent Patino in there. It's for the 3rd person that's not a normal starter.
Shotgun formation. Doty going to give it to Fisher. He is met at the line of scrimmage and only gains 1 on the play. And coming off the bottom of the pile, number 1, Hayden Waller. He has done some great things. The junior at 184 and stands about 6'3", has played all over the field, now playing defensive end on the left-hand side, and only lets Fisher gain a yard. 3rd and 8 with 45 seconds remaining here in the 3rd quarter.
There's freshman linebackers trying to make some calls down there to tell these seniors where to go and what to do. That's tough.
Shotgun formation, under pressure again. Number 4 in the backfield, Zach Young, is going to get credited for a sack as he was in Doty's face. That offensive line really having trouble taking care of those guys. They're tired, and when you got Brock putting in fresh legs of freshmen that are just begging to play in the playoffs, it is hard to contain a man on a mission. That's going to be the end of the 3rd quarter. Jim Ned will come back to look for a punt as they will have 4th and 14 on their own 30-yard line. You're listening to Brock Football, brought to you by JPS Productions.
Worthington Realty and Investments Incorporated has been in business for 30 years and has always put our clients first. We like to say we have hometown service and hometown pride. Mark and Dottie Worthington have both been Realtor of the Year and Board of Realtors Presidents. Mark is a recent past president of the Weatherford Chamber of Commerce. Avid supporters of football from the Pee-wees to the pros. Proud to have 11-year veteran and current number 91 of the Dallas Cowboys in our family.
Back at Shotwell Stadium in Abilene, Texas, it is all Brock. Is the start of the 4th quarter. They lead Jim Ned 63-7. The 4th quarter is brought to you by Texas Butane Company, serving all of Parker and surrounding counties for more than 50 years. They offer everything from propane tank sales and leasing to gas logs, heaters, and home appliances, both gas and electric. Call 817-594-2612. Easterling going to stand and get this punt off, and when he does, it's a good one. It's going to hit at the 35, bounce to the 30, 25, and it will be stopped at the 20-yard line. So a good punt as Brock will take over 1st and 10.
That time Brock didn't rush. I'm pretty sure, I didn't get to look at the replay, but I'm pretty sure that last punt that looked like it got blocked, that he actually hit his own up back in the rear or in the back of the shoulder pads, and it bounced off. And it ricocheted straight back to his own goal line. I'm sure that Jordan and Little Page and Waller and all them are going to take credit for blocking that, but I think he hit him in the back of that.
Bowman's night is done. Trent Corcoran, the sophomore, will take over at quarterback. He's got a whole new group in there, but in the backfield. Under center, 2 running backs in the backfield. They'll toss to the right-hand side. That's Patino to the 25, to the 30, to the 35, to the 40. Look at the speed of midfield. 40, 30, 20, 10, 5. No flags on the play. Touchdown. Guild Mortgage touchdown. My interest rates just got lower. Big play by the younger Patino brother as he takes it 69 yards for the touchdown, pending the Plains Capital Bank extra point. I believe that's going to be 75, correct?
They were on their 21.
Excuse me, 79 yards.
79 yards, one play, He got outside. Jake Teskey put a good block on that defensive end, set him free, and then he just outran everybody to the goal line.
The younger Nye on the Plains Capital Bank extra point is up and good. Plains Capital Bank has 2 locations in Parker County, 1001 Santa Fe Drive in Weatherford and 126 South Ranch House Road, Suite 400 in Willow Park. Call 817-598-5400. Plains Capital Bank is a proud sponsor of Brock Eagle football. We'll keep it right here. Eric, when these younger kids get a chance to play, you're going to see things just like that. And when you give the Patino brother the ball, it's either going to be Patino or Little Page. I think Little Page's night is done as well since he started at the linebacker position. But, man, the Jets turned on, and 79 yards later, he's in the back of the end zone handing the ball to the official.
Yeah. Well, you know, and I think I was just mentioning it just a few plays before that, how Little Page and Patino, they like to use those blockers in front of them on those down blocks, on those lead blocks, in order to move right and left. And all they really need from a blocker is just to give them a little bit of crease, get a wedge, get the edge on a defender, and they're going to make it a cut and go around them. And that's exactly what they did off Jake Teskey's block. Patino got down the field and just scored. And now you're getting to see some of the guys who've been working hard all year on scout team get out there on kickoff coverage and on defense and offense.
Noah Nye is set for the Reese and Piper team of Century 21 Lynch and Associates. It's going to be a squib kick picked up at the 25-yard line, bounces off a tackle, does number 35, Jared Pentecost, up to the, I believe that's going to be the 30. The Reese and Piper team of Century 21 Lynch and Associates have a combined 42 years of experience selling homes and acreage in Parker County, and they strive to be the best real estate agents in their area. Call Piper Pardue at 817-269-8735.
32 is Matthew Gray.
So both Grays in at the exact same time right now.
And I think they had to switch helmets. So he was letting the other one borrow his, so he got his other one back. So.
The sophomore standing about 5'8", 165 at the linebacker position, while his brother is at corner. Dottie in the backfield, tight formation, high snap, but he gets it down. It's going to go to 6. Fisher breaks a tackle, nowhere to go, and he is smoked in the backfield. It's going to be a loss of 1. Fisher just can't find anywhere to go, and he's tackled in the backfield by number 4 for Brock, and that is the Young, and he hits about just as hard as his brother does.
Well, I'm sure his brother picks on him all the time. When you got an older brother picking on you and you don't want to put up with it, the only thing you do is get back at him, and he's saying right there, hey, my brother can make tackles. You want to see Young make tackle? So it's going to look in the paper. It's going to say Young makes tackles. Oh, they're going to say, oh, Zane Young, he played? No. He's watching this week. That's his little brother Zach out there making plays.
2 freshmen at linebacker making plays left and right. They're going to go up to Fisher again, and he goes nowhere. Tackle made in the backfield again. That's going to be number 32, Matthew Gray, the sophomore, in for his second play and already has a tackle for loss. They'll lose 1 on the play, 3rd and 11.
It's got to be fun to get to play with your brother out there.
Absolutely.
It would have been fun for Zach and Zane to be out there at the same time. But Matthew and Tyler, man, those guys go hard all the time. And just like the other players do on Brock, but you see them, you see Tyler, you see Matthew, they're working hard out there.
70-7 with 10 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. Motion across. It's going to, Doty will go back up to Fisher, breaks a tackle. It is Pentecost, breaks a tackle, but is taken down after a pickup of 4. Young on the stop, and you would almost think this far deep in the back of your territory it's going to be a punt, and the punt team will come out.
Well, you know who's happy that they're punting, and that's the Patino boys, because they're thinking they're going to
get another chance to score a touchdown right
we didn't
here.
And the other guys are thinking, hey, guys, we didn't get many plays on offense because we ran all the way down there on one play. Can we do a couple of plays?
That's a Brock defensive stop sponsored by NV Dayspa. Easterling holds the ball way too long. He gets a good one off, but it was almost blocked. It's going to hit at the 30, take a Jim Ned bounce, and die at the 10-yard line. They didn't have a block on. They had a safe, and whoever was rushing just to make sure he blocked it I believe that was number 32, Matthew Gray. Almost got a surprise, but nevertheless, it'll be a First National Bank first down with 9:13 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Brock leads Jim Ned 70-7.
And there goes Trent Patino out there on the field. Uh-oh, look who else is coming in. A little Matthew Gray's coming in. I wonder who's getting the ball this time. I bet Matthew Gray may even be right up there speedster-wise with his brother. If he gets outside, he's going to give everything he can to take it to the house. You thought 79 yards was a long run.
Corcoran under center's got 3 underclassmen running backs in the backfield. It's going to go to one of them. It will be the younger Gray up to the 15 to the 20 and taken down at the 22-yard line, a pickup of 7, 2nd and 3.
The old T formation back there. Two of the running backs blocking, hands in the ball, picks up 7 yards. That's still some starters there on defense for Jim Ned.
Cody Worrell, the co-offensive coordinator, holds Trent Corcoran about as long as he can before he sends him back to the huddle, now taking as much time off the clock. Hunter Munson, the lone wideout, to the right-hand side. Under center, 3 running backs in the backfield. It'll go to the left. Look out, it's Gray to the 20 up to the 25-yard line. That's a First National Bank first down. The younger of the brothers, Gray, Matthew, making his presence known, the sophomore getting there on offense and defense and doing a heck of a job. Ball placed at the 26-yard line.
I do the PA announcing for the JV teams and the home games, and I got a chance to see Matthew Gray this year, and he is just very dynamic. He keeps his feet moving, turns, twists. You never know when he's going to be down. Something like his older brother, Tyler.
Same personnel, same formation. The young brother in the backfield, they're going to toss it to the left-hand side up to the 25 to the 30. He lowers his head forward. The running back Jake Teskey is on and picks up 4 on the play. That's another kid that we'll look at. Jake is a freshman, stands about 5'8", 175, soaking wet. 2nd and 6, ball placed on the 31-yard line. We got a new quarterback in.
Cole Lightfoot.
Cole Lightfoot will command his troops. And now you got about the entire JV
That's
crew.
basically the JV team right there.
They have all changed out. It will be 11 new guys on offense. Snap will go to Gray to the right-hand side. Matthew Gray picks up 7 on the play. First National Bank first down. The growth of the Brock community starts at First National Bank of Weatherford. Let us make your new home dreams come true. First National Bank of Weatherford, 817-598-4900, member FDIC. The growth of the community is going up. The growth of how good this football team is with the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th string guys is pretty impressive.
Well, and now you had the freshman Toby Morrison come out, and the freshman Tommy Merrill goes in at running back.
I know Lee Merrill, I know he's not listening, he's probably trying to not to hyperventilate. His son's playing out there now. They're going to give it over the right-hand side of the 40 to the 46. That's going to be a pickup of 9 on the play by number 30. That is Tommy Merrill. 9 yards on the carry. They're going to check, get a measurement here. I want to talk a little bit about these underclassmen, and Tommy Merrill's going to get a First National Bank first down. These guys are good for a reason. They haven't lost since the 7th grade.
The freshmen have not lost. They had a tie their very first game, 6-6, and then they had a tie to All Saints this year. Other than that, they've won every game. No one scored more than 14 points on them.
Merrill in the backfield along with Gray. Snap will go to the left-hand side. Will go to Gray to midfield. Bounces off a tackle. Good stiff arm and climbing forward. Boy, that looks a lot like Big Brother right there.
It sure
It's
does.
going to be a pickup of 6 on the play. 5:53 remaining here in the fourth quarter.
They had 2 JVs. One's mainly the freshman team, which is the JV Gold team. They actually had 3 sophomores on the team. And then they have the JV Blue team, which is mostly your sophomores and juniors. The 3 main freshmen that were on that JV, the older JV team, is Toby Morrison, Tommy Merrill, Jake Teskey, and Zach Young. So that's why you see out here the JV blue team.
It will go to the right-hand side up to the 45 to the 40, breaking tackles up to the 36-yard line. First National Bank first down, and that is Toby Morrison, who picks up, I believe that was 13 on the play.
On the JV, we call them touchdown Toby Morrison and touchdown Tommy Merrill. So now they're both getting to run the ball a little bit. It's tougher when you're going against a varsity team, and that's a varsity nose guard, that's a varsity defensive tackle, that's a varsity linebacker, a varsity defensive end that they're going against, and these guys are putting a good whooping on them right now.
That varsity nose guard is Evan Tate, 6'3", 260, and there's not a guy that weighs 200 pounds on the play. It's going to be a false start by Brock. They're going to back it up 5 yards. 74, Trey Rose checks into the ball game, the junior 218-pound offensive lineman. They'll move it back 5. Number 26 will check in. I believe if they didn't make a number change, that's Jace Lopez, the freshman, 155. And out comes
Parker Murphy, I think, came out.
Parker Murphy, the
Is that right?
junior 181-pound tight end. Brock will run up to the line. Under center, they will give it to the left-hand side. It will go to Toby Morrison, who picks up 5 on the play, so they get the 5 they lost and come back. Number 22,
Brett White.
Brett White will check in to the game.
Oh, I'm sorry, Skylar Collier.
Skylar Collier, come on, partner.
Yeah, well, he's 22 on the freshman team.
That's why I brought you. You can identify what's going on.
He's not a freshman.
We got a new quarterback as well. It's good. The freshman Trip Jones, the quarterback, 138 pounds, about 5'6". Under center with 2 running backs in the backfield. It's going to go to the right hand side, and it's fumbled. It's going to be picked up. Retreating ground. Unfortunately,
we got too many freshmen.
Skylar Collier went over his head. I think the nerves got to him, but not, to say the least, would have an experience to play in a playoff game. They're going to lose 12 on the play.
Man, they were making some progress, getting down there.
3rd and 22.
You talk about nervous. Man, when you go in a game like this, you think, okay, I'm ready. You get in there, and all of a sudden you say, where'd all these fans come from? Who turned these lights on? Where'd these officials come from? And it just it's a different experience.
Parker Bounds will check out. Brett White will check in. Under center, they will toss it to the right-hand side. It will go to Brett White. Bounces off a tackle, moves his feet forward up to the 40. Oh, one man to beat, and he just got loose down to the 39-yard line. I'm sorry, that was Zach Young. Good job by Zach Young moving left to right. We have an injured Brock Eagle on the field. We will take a Texas Butane timeout, bring it right back. Brock leads 70-7, 2:36 remaining in the game over Jim Ned. You're listening to Brock Football, brought to you by JPS Productions.
When choosing a propane delivery company for your home or business, Texas Butane Company in Weatherford is the right choice for all your propane needs. Family owned and operated for more than 50 years. Whether it's heating homes, swimming pools, or backyard barbecues, they are there for you every step of the way. With a dedicated service team and experienced set of licensed propane drivers, Texas Butane Company is ready to serve all your propane needs, large or small. Call them at 817-594-2612.
Back at Shotwell Stadium in Abilene, Texas, it is all Brock as they lead Jim Ned 70-7. The injured Brock Eagle was able to walk off the field out of the Texas Butane timeout. Comes back under center. Trip Jones is the quarterback, waiting as the play clock will tick down under 10. Down to 9. Down to 5. Now he takes under center. He's going to toss it to the right-hand side up to the 40, to the 35. Look out, changes field to the 30, to the 26-yard line. It's going to be close. Here's the signal, and it is a First National Bank first down with 2:06 remaining, and you know this freshman group is going, please let us get into the end zone.
The freshman, Trip Jones, tosses the ball to the freshman, Zach Young, and gets a block from the freshman, Jace Lopez at tight end, and gets a first down. That was a long first down, too. That wasn't just a short first down. That was a big first down. Freshman, freshman, freshman. Good job, guys.
Trip Jones staying command of the troops. Zach Young in the backfield. It will go to the right-hand side. A pickup at 4 on the play, minute and a half remaining, and that was Tommy Merrill as he picks up 4, 2nd and 6, ball on the 22-yard line.
These freshmen know that if they don't get a first down, they've got a minute and 10 seconds left. They know if they fumble the ball that they may not play for the rest of the season, that this may be the last time they get to play all year. They're going to try to make the most out of it.
Worrell isn't going to let them score. They're not hurrying up. They're taking time as we click under a minute. But I know if you got to go up to the huddle, Trip Jones goes, y'all are just going to have to keep breaking tackles.
If Zach or Tommy get the ball right here, they're going to go to the house.
Snap under center, and Trip Jones does the right thing. He's going to take a knee and run out the clock. That will be the – nope, they'll have to take one more as the difference in the play clock is about 4. Heck of a job by these freshmen that have had the opportunity to play for about 8 minutes. They're not going to score, but they're going to be the ones that end the game. Brock is going to win 70-7 here in Shotwell Stadium in Abilene, Texas. We'll take a break, come back, talk to you about what we saw in the second half and who we can look forward to playing between Childress and Denver City next week. You're listening to Brock Football, brought to you by JPS Productions.
Lightfoot Mechanical has provided prompt, professional, and friendly service to residential and commercial customers throughout the Weatherford and Fort Worth region. We specialize in air conditioning, heating, and plumbing services, from installations to repairs and preventative maintenance. Quality, customer satisfaction, and integrity are our top priorities. Lightfoot Mechanical, we're the good guys.
Final score tonight at Shotwell Stadium, Brock 70 to Jim Ned's 7. Eric, it was impressive on both sides of the ball, especially in special teams as they take care of Jim Ned, who had some problems on the punting unit. A lot of penalties, but right now this is something that you got to realize it is win or go home, and they won. They're moving on to the second round, and they have the opportunity to play either Denver City as Childress. So that game right now, Denver City leads 34-24 with 11:48 remaining as they are playing Childress, and we get the winner of that one. A couple guys I want to talk about tonight that really made a big impact, and we talked about it at halftime, but I want to mention them again. Mikey Golden finishes the game with 6 tackles for loss, 3 sacks. Caden Fain, the senior, coming back his second game back, gets an interception, and Dawson Littlepage just put 27 on the field and tell him to just go find the ball, and he does exact that, and that's nice to see as we will be able to extend their depth as they go into the postseason.
Sure, getting these guys some playing time in a playoff game, you always want to do that. They were able to do that even further down into their freshman group, the ones that were the JV blue team this year. But you even with the penalties, when you look at their possessions, there was really only, other than that last one that the freshmen were out there and took a knee, there was only one possession that they didn't score the ball on, and that's that one that Cooper Warren caught, then dropped that ball. Other than that, they scored every possession that they had. And whenever you're doing that, yeah, you can say we had some penalties, and they did. But even with the penalties, they were able to overcome those situations, and all but one time able to score touchdowns. And you got to feel good about those kind of things moving forward. So at the most we could have scored is 77 points because we only had the ball 10 times, and we scored. We had the ball 11 times, and we scored on 10 of the possessions. That's not too bad.
I'd like to thank our title sponsor tonight, Lightfoot Mechanical Air Conditioning, Heating, and Plumbing and Spray Foam Insulation. Is family owned and operated, has been serving North Texas for more than 30 years. Call 817-596-0309. That's going to do it for us. Final score tonight, Brock beats Jim Ned in opening round of the playoffs 70-7. They'll take either Childress or Denver City on next week. You've been listening to Brock Football, brought to you by JPS Productions. For Eric Morris, Scott Bowman, and Harrison Pritchard, I'm Jake Reed. Have a great night. Drive home safe. We'll see you next week.
The year-end event is on at Jerry's GMC.
Get huge year-end discounts on the largest GM inventory in Texas.
Save $6,000 off Yukons.
$7,000 off Sierra Denali diesels.
Come out our way and trade your way.
At Jerry's GMC in Weatherford.
Trade in and trade up at Jerry's Hyundai in Weatherford.
Get our lowest prices on hundreds of new Hyundais.
At Jerry's Hyundai, save $5,000 off 2015 Elantras.
Or 0 APR for 60 months with no payments for 90 days.
Hurry to Jerry's Hyundai in Weatherford.
Worthington Realty and Investments Incorporated has been in business for 30 years and has always put our clients first. We like to say we have hometown service and hometown pride. Mark and Dottie Worthington have both been Realtor of the Year and Board of Realtors Presidents. Mark is a recent past president of the Weatherford Chamber of Commerce. Avid supporters of football from the Pee-wees to the pros. Proud to have 11-year veteran and current number 91 of the Dallas Cowboys in our family.
The year-end event is on at Jerry's Buick.
Get huge year-end discounts on every new Buick in stock.
Save $5,000 off Enclave.
Or 0 APR for 60 months on any new Buick.
Come out our way and trade your way.
At Jerry's Buick in Weatherford.
Hello, my name is Gary Lightfoot. I'm the President and CEO of Lightfoot Mechanical. A couple things you might like to know about Lightfoot Mechanical is we're family owned and operated and been serving North Texas for over 30 years. The three main things that I would like for you to know about Lightfoot Mechanical is number one is we try to hire, retain, and train the best people in the industry, bar none. From our service technicians to our comfort consultants to our office people, they're going to be the best and they're going to be the best well trained. You can guarantee that. Number two is that we try to provide you with the ultimate customer service experience. From our technicians, when they enter your home, they will put on shoe covers and respect your property. You will receive a courtesy call when a technician is on the way to let them know they're about to come to your home. The final thing, we do business with honesty, integrity in everything that we do. It's ingrained in our family as part of our company culture, and you can count on that. I would invite you to go by our website. We have over 150 current customer reviews, so you can read for yourself how we've done. Thank you.
Looking for fast, reliable wireless internet service in the Brock area? Well, look no further. Sarah Networks is locally owned and one of the most diverse internet service providers in North Texas. With over 6,000 square miles of high-speed wireless service area, we've got you covered. Your internet is our priority. Go to sarahnet.net or give us a call at 817-259-1100 to get you hooked up. Sarah Networks is a proud sponsor of Brock Eagle football and all of Brock Nation. Are you gaining weight, feeling tired, suffering from a lack of concentration, or feel like you passed your prime? Call Envy, a medical day spa and wellness center, to discuss having your testosterone level checked today. 817-599-9902. Dr. Chris Wasterhuizen at Envy, a medical day spa and wellness center, has been successfully performing bioidentical hormone replacement for men and women for the last decade. Call Envy to make your appointment now. 817-599-9902. Worthington Realty and Investments Incorporated has been in business for 30 years and has always put our clients first. We like to say we have hometown service and hometown pride. Mark and Dottie Worthington have both been Realtor of the Year and Board of Realtors Presidents. Mark is a recent past president of the Weatherford Chamber of Commerce. Avid supporters of football from the Pee-wees to the pros. Proud to have 11-year veteran and current number 91 of the Dallas Cowboys in our family.
30 years, Lightfoot Mechanical has provided prompt, professional, and friendly service to residential and commercial customers throughout the Weatherford and Fort Worth region. We specialize in air conditioning, heating, and plumbing services, from installations to repairs and preventative maintenance. Quality, customer satisfaction, and integrity are our top priorities. Lightfoot Mechanical, we're the good guys.